Pro Hybrid training provides today's goaltenders with the most current, efficient, and effective system to stop the puck. We focus on athletic movement, precise positioning, and efficient save execution. In addition to net movement and puck stopping mechanics, PHT drills our goaltenders extensively on puck handling skills. A Pro Hybrid goalie effectively reads the situation. According to that read, the goalie then applies the system. PHT strives to develop intelligent goalies that study and know the system. The Pro Hybrid goalie is an athlete that executes the correct mechanics in order to maximize and efficiently use their athletic ability. Through hard focused work, our goalies are instilled with a work ethic and sense of pride for the position. Hi, my name is Zach Sikich, and I'm the founder and head instructor of Pro Hybrid training. I have a passion for goaltending and have studied the position at all levels. I've had the opportunity to be a goaltender at the junior, college, and professional levels. Through my playing experience, study of top goaltenders, and hundreds of hours as a personal goalie coach, I've developed the Pro Hybrid goaltending system. My Pro Hybrid goaltender knows when to go into the butterfly, as well as whether to block or react to make the save. Additionally, my goaltenders are confident playing deep or challenging the shooter. The execution of these mechanics are all based on the individual's read of the situation. I'm excited to bring my goaltending system together in a comprehensive DVD. By giving goaltenders the correct mechanics, as well as nurturing each goaltender's ability to read and react to the game, they can improve constantly without hitting a plateau in their development. Goaltending is the most critical position in the game of hockey. These athletes that guard the net deserve the best instruction. I've developed a systematic approach to goaltending that gives goaltenders a blueprint. This system inspires confidence in every performance. First, we'll cover the base of our system, the 3 setups. These 3 setups are the foundation of the system. Next, we'll look at the mechanics of efficient crease movement. Goaltenders move to gain position, which is the 3rd part of our system. Finally, the save is made. Additionally, we'll look at principles of net play and puck handling. I'm excited to have the opportunity to share my system with goalies across the globe, and truly look forward to the positive impact my system will have on goalies at all levels of play. Let's get into the system. Before we get into the system, there are a few terms we need to define. Understanding each of these concepts will be key to executing the system. Let's take a look at the area that we, as goaltenders, patrol. When executing drills or speaking about game situations, it's important to have consistent language. For that reason, I've named the 5 points of the crease: glove angle, glove post, blocker angle, blocker post, and finally, top crease. You'll hear the phrase immediate scoring area mentioned throughout this video. To define the immediate scoring area, we draw a box with a line connecting the 2 face-off dots and lines from each dot to the goal line. When a rebound is within this area, a butterfly push-off is the best movement. When a rebound is outside this area, a recovery will be the most efficient technique to prepare for the next shot. We will go over the reason for choosing each movement later in the video. The aerial angle is extremely important in the Pro Hybrid system. The aerial angle is the imaginary line from the puck to the highest portion of the net. The closer the puck is to the net, the steeper the angle. The goal is to have this line run through the goalie on its way to the net, or position our bodies so that if the line misses us, it will also miss the net. Understanding the aerial angle and positioning your body accordingly is one of the keys to the Pro Hybrid system. Go! Whenever there's a loose puck, the goalie must battle to cover it or bat it away. Do whatever it takes to stop the next shot. Ideally, the goalie's block will fill through the angle. Go! Pass! If the puck is shot off center, the goalie must be quick with peripheral response in his gloves or feet. When preparing to face a shot, we as goalies must always be ready to move our hands. Also, keep your wrists loose and hands active through all movements. I'd like to introduce the goaltender that will be demonstrating the proper technique in the Pro Hybrid training system. This is Anders Franke. He's a 14-year-old from Elk River, Minnesota. Played for the '94 AAA Fire team this year. He has 3 years of pro hybrid training experience. Later on in the video, I'll be putting my gear on to further demonstrate the pro hybrid training system. At the base of the pro hybrid system are the 3 setups: the stance, butterfly, and hybrid. All save executions and movement come out of these 3 setups. Let's go over each in detail. The stance is the up setup. Let's take a look at it from the ice up. We'll start out with our feet, slightly wider than shoulder width, balanced on the skate edge. Butt down, chest up, big shoulders. We have our elbows slightly in front of our body, producing a gap stick, ready, loose, and active hands. Finally, neutral chin. The butterfly is a down setup. It's also a save execution, but we'll cover that later. Start from the feet. Anders has a nice flare in his butterfly. His hips are directly over his knees, resulting in a tall butterfly. Elbows are touching the front of his body, which results in a gap stick, and ready, loose, and active hands. Shoulders are big, chin is neutral. He's ready to stop the puck. The hybrid is the 3rd setup in the pro hybrid training system. From the stance, we get into the hybrid by keeping one leg vertical and the other horizontal. Let's take a look at the vertical leg. The knee is directly above the skate. The weight is evenly distributed amongst the whole skate blade. Now let's take a look at the horizontal pad. This pad has a great flare covering the ice and also giving balance and stability in this hybrid position. The elbow is slightly forward, producing a ready, loose, and active glove that cuts down the aerial angle. Chest is up, chin is neutral. This is the 3rd setup in the pro hybrid training system. Let's take a look at the hybrid from the glove side. From the stance, we're gonna hop down into the hybrid position. Note how the glove is high and forward, covering the aerial angle from the puck to the top of the net. Blocker elbow is also low and forward, covering the aerial angle from the ice to the far side of the net, producing this gap stick, which is great for rebound control and also middle of the net coverage. Lock the heel of the skate inside the post to ensure a seal and establish a strong base. Pro hybrid training has a 3-part continuous process that gives our goalies a blueprint for achieving their final goal, to stop the next shot. Movement, position, and save execution are the 3 parts of our process. The process begins with movement. The purpose of movement is to gain position. Once in position, the save is executed. These 3 parts will be used in differing degrees for every save throughout the game. We take pride in teaching the most athletic, effective, and explosive crease movements. Goalies need to be able to move around the crease in order to gain position to effectively save the puck. Movement is broken down into a 4-part process: track, rotate, load, and push. The first point of movement is track. We need to constantly track the puck. Tracking means keeping your eyes on the puck as it changes position. Goalies track the puck as it's carried in the zone, passed from player to player, as well as pucks shot on net and rebounds coming away from the net. Visual attachment is the name of the game. Next we have rotate. Rotation is led by the upper body, starting from the head, through the hands and chest, and finally legs and feet. The goaltender must fully rotate through the angle so that the lead foot travels low through the crease and outside the intended line, bringing the chest square through the angle. When a goalie fails to get a full rotation, they chase space. Goalies must load and fill space rather than reaching and chasing the angle. After the goalie tracks and rotates, the load is the next phase of movement. Transfer or load weight onto push side to ultimately have an effective and athletic push. Hands and feet are also gathered towards the center of the body to ensure the center of gravity is aligned correctly above the skates. Finally, we are ready to move. When pushing, make sure to use the entire skate blade to ensure the correct push line is maintained. When the proper track, rotate, load and push sequence is performed, the goalie will stop square on line with his travel foot, which is opposite to the push foot. The 4-point movement process gives goalies the most efficient way to get around the crease. Once the proper mechanics become habit, the goalie can utilize their full athletic ability. Let's take a look at how to effectively use the 4 points of movement through an array of crease movements. The first up movement is the power stride. The power stride is a hybrid between the old school goaltending T-push and the first step of a player's skating stride. Let's take a look at the proper execution of the pro hybrid training power stride. First, track the puck. Next, rotate chest through the intended angle. Load weight onto push foot and gather travel foot under the center of gravity. Push with the entire skate blade. Finally, stop on the travel foot completely square to the target. This technique is used when the puck is outside an immediate scoring area. The power stride is an explosive athletic movement. Once the correct mechanics are mastered, you'll have the skills to rip around the crease like a pro. The next up movement is the shuffle. We use the shuffle for small angle adjustments. It is important to keep each shuffle short and compact. Maintain a gap stick, coverage through the side of your body with arms and gloves, and avoid bouncing up and down. When learning the butterfly slide, we move away from the crease to focus on the load and the push phase, taking away the track and the rotation. Anders will hop into his stance. He's going to load his weight onto his push side into a quarter hybrid position. Then execute a butterfly slide along the goal line, making sure that his lead leg is traveling parallel to the goal line. Let's take a look at the butterfly slide. Just like all of our other movements, we're going to use the 4 points of movement to execute the butterfly slide. First, the goalie needs to track the puck. Next, rotate chest square, load up, weight on the push side, and finally, slide. Most often, the butterfly slide will be used on one-timers and backdoor plays. First, we must track the puck. When you find the puck, your glove or blocker should also see it. Next, rotate your chest through the angle. The degree of rotation depends on the amount of angle change. Make sure to keep elbows in front of your body and blocker wrists supinated through the rotation. Be sure to keep elbows forward at the front of the body to avoid handcuffing. Load body weight onto push foot. Establish lead coverage with your travel leg by flaring your lead toe forward. Finally, push. Immediately sealing the ice with your travel leg, then snapping your push leg to form the full butterfly. Be sure to have ready, active, and loose hands. Down movements are executed from either the butterfly or hybrid setups. Let's take a look at the butterfly recovery. Anders is going to snap down to stop the puck. Tracks it in, tracks it out. Anders reads that the next shot is outside of an immediate scoring chance, so he's going to be getting up to stop this next shot. Anders rotates square to the puck, loads his push weight, and finally executes a recovery to his blocker side. Out of the butterfly, maintain visual attachment to the puck, tracking it away from the body. Read the play to establish the correct rotation. Rotate while lifting your push foot and creating a 90-degree bend in the knee. Looks like the hybrid setup. From this point, load weight onto the push foot and execute a power stride, stopping square to the new angle. The butterfly recovery is used for large angle adjustments when the next shot is outside the immediate scoring area. Just like when learning the butterfly slide, when we learn the butterfly push-off, we're going to move away from the crease to focus on the load and the push phase. Anders will hop into a stance, snap down to his butterfly, lift his glove side leg to vertical. This looks like the hybrid position. He's going to load his weight onto his glove side. You can see how the travel knee gets off the ice. Now he's going to execute a butterfly push. The butterfly push-off is a down movement, which originates from the butterfly. Anders is going to watch the puck in, track it out, and read that the next shot is within an immediate scoring chance. So he's going to stay down and execute a butterfly push-off. Next, he's going to rotate square to the puck. Load up his push side, and finally execute the butterfly push. First, track the puck away from the body. Read the play to determine the proper rotation. Rotate chest square to new angle. Load push foot by bending knee to 90 degrees. Travel knee should come off the ice due to the transfer of weight onto push side. Push and seal ice immediately with both pads into the full butterfly. Go! Snap! Go! Snap! Go! Just like the traditional shuffle, the butterfly shuffle is used for small angle adjustments. The difference is that the butterfly shuffle is used out of the butterfly setup. Push out with the lead hip and pull with the groin. Push, pull. Push, pull. Maintain the seal of the 5-hole with your stick and pads. One of the most useful ways to bring the butterfly shuffle into your game is to gain distance and adjust angles during the back end of a butterfly slide or push-off. As we mentioned earlier, movement is extremely important in the pro hybrid training system. It's very important to find ways to practice movement away from the crease. Here's a few examples. Everyone that's strapped on the pads has heard these lines before. You gotta get in position. Or, that goalie's great, he's always in position. But position is a generic term to a young goaltender unless given a clear definition. Position is putting your body in the best possible place to stop the puck. More specifically, position is made up of 3 parts: square, angle, and depth. Once in position, you must set your feet. Being set is the foundation of position. By being set, I mean no forward, backward, or lateral movement in the feet or hands. When goalies are set, they give themselves the best chance to either react or block effectively given the read of the play. The first point of position is square. Present as much of your equipment to the shooter as possible. Proper puck tracking and full rotations are keys to gaining squareness. In order to be on angle, a goalie must first be square to the puck. Square and being on angle are very similar. A good way to describe being on angle is to draw a line from the puck to the back of the net. If a goalie is on angle, this line will bisect the goalie en route to the net. Depth is the amount of space between the goalie and the goal line. Finding ideal depth has a lot to do with reading the situation. Once depth is established, the goalie must be patient with depth. This phrase means that you as a goalie don't have to move just because the shooter is moving. The shooter can't deke unless he or she gets within approximately 6 to 8 feet. If you read the shooter has speed, then it's okay to give up some depth. To do so, just transfer weight onto the heel half of the skate. No need to take a big C-cut back, because C-cuts cause you to lose angle and squareness to the puck. I train my goaltenders to start all line rushes against in the middle of the net on the goal line. From this point, you can see the line rush develop in front of you and determine the best possible position to put your body. Once the play crosses the red line, power stride out to establish initial depth. From this point, read the play to determine playing depth. Taking the first shot with your heels on the edge of the crease is a good spot. The number of attackers versus the number of defenders in a line rush and types of net drives determine the goalie's final depth. When the goalie has time, he can gain all 3 points of position and set before the shot is taken. Proper track, rotate, load, and push mechanics are key to getting into the ideal position efficiently. Remember, it is the goalie's responsibility to take the puck carrier on net front attacks, so it's important not to give up depth or lose the angle. The 3 keys to making efficient saves are reading the play, tracking the puck off the shooter's stick, and actively finding the puck when necessary. Let's take a look at how these 3 keys play into the types of saves we make. Most of the saves we make are going to be reacting saves. The goalie moves part of his or her body to intercept the puck's path to the net. The other type of saves goalies make are blocking saves. When executing a blocking save, the goalie relies on pre-established body position to block the puck. Often, the goalie is in this blocking position shortly before the shot is taken. Great goalies are able to read the situation and effectively apply a reacting or blocking save. For long shots above the hands, making a standing save is your best option. Actively find the puck with either glove or blocker slightly in front of body. When the puck is shot below the hands, the best way to stop the puck is to go down, because the goalie covers more of the lower portion of the net in the butterfly or an extension than in the stance. The natural butterfly is the goalie's automatic response to snapping to the ice. Some goalies may have a wider butterfly than others. Naturally wide goalies can find situations to apply a narrow butterfly, and naturally narrow butterfly goalies can find instances to use a wider butterfly. When the puck is shot outside the natural block and below the hands, the goalie's best save execution is a butterfly extension. Let's take a look at the butterfly extension to the glove side. Anders has a great extension here. His weight is being transferred onto his extended leg, which gets him extra coverage over his pad with his glove. Blocker elbow is forward, producing a gap stick to control rebounds. Glove elbow is forward, producing a forward glove, which cuts down the aerial angle. Anders is ready to stop a puck outside of his block in this position. Let's take a look at the butterfly extension to the blocker side. Again, Anders has great flair on his blocker side pad. The knee is down, feeling the ice. This is how the butterfly extension differs from the old school half butterfly. Blocker elbow is forward, producing a gap stick to actively control rebounds. We're going to be controlling pucks with the heel half of the stick by effectively moving my wrist to the puck. Let's see Anders execute. The idea behind the movement is that we keep the gap stick, and then we can control rebounds. And you can see all of his energy and weight is coming directly into the puck. This is a great way to stop a puck outside the block. Two keys to making efficient extension saves are active hands and controlled leg flare. The amount of leg flare varies on the distance the puck is shot away from the center of the body. A slight flare is all that's needed for a shot just off center, but a full extension is required for a shot that might otherwise go off the post and in the net. The goalie must have great body control to precisely flare the leg and actively find the puck. Now let's see when it's a better idea just to block rather than to react. Remember, the decision to block is based on your read of the play. To successfully block a shot, the goalie must be confident and patient that he or she is in an ideal position to stop the puck. Premature body movement can cause holes in the block, resulting in a goal against. Let's take a look at the mechanics of the narrow butterfly. Anders establishes a great butterfly on this sharp angle. His post side pad is integrated with the glove side post, bringing his chest right through the angle. His elbows are low and forward, causing a great block, filling the space between the side of his body and his arm. Shoulders are big and high, chin is neutral, watching the puck in. The shooter sees less net the wider he gets on the ice based on the sharp angles. A narrow butterfly does a great job of filling that space with deep coverage and not wasting body parts. When the play is in tight and the goalie must establish upper body coverage through a sharp angle, the narrow butterfly is the best answer. Also, the narrow butterfly allows for post integration. This term means getting a seal of coverage on the post through the angle in the butterfly. Post interference occurs when a goalie's post side skate hits the post and prevents the goalie from getting his chest through the angle. As a result, the shooter has space on the short side. The goalie is forced to make a difficult reacting save with his hands rather than an efficient blocking save in the narrow butterfly. To execute the wide butterfly, snap down to establish as much ice coverage as possible by flaring the toes. Drop gloves and maintain the elbow arm seal at the side of the body. When the puck is close to the goalie and between the dots or middle of the ice, a wide blocking butterfly is the best way to stop the puck. The wide base covers as much net as possible with as few holes as possible. The puck is too close to have enough time to react. Plus, since the puck is so close, the aerial angle is too steep to miss the goaltender and still catch the top part of the net. In a screen situation, the goalie must play the percentages and take up as much net as possible with as few holes as possible. The wide blocking butterfly is the best solution to a screen. Battle to find sight lines to the puck. Get as close to the screener as possible without getting interfered with, and execute a wide blocking butterfly when you see, hear, or even feel the shot being released. When the puck is below the goal line, the goalie must be at a higher sense of alertness. The player can either attempt to drive to the net or pass to the front of the net for an immediate scoring chance. When the puck is below or near the goal line, you must make modifications to your stance in order to put your body in the best possible position to defend against these attack situations. We have 4 zones behind the net. Zone 1, the area in the blocker corner. Zone 2, the area closer to the net on the blocker side. Zone 3, the area close to the net on the glove side. And Zone 4, the ice in the glove side corner. When the puck is in Zone 1, position your body so that the heel of the blocker side skate is locked inside the post. Seal the side of the net with the blocker side pad and arm. The heel of your stick should be touching the toe of the blocker side skate. Upper body should be at an approximate 45-degree angle to the goal line. Be ready to push out quickly for a shot from the blocker angle. As the puck gets closer to the net on the blocker side, flatten your body parallel to the goal line while maintaining visual attachment to the puck. Slightly lead the play while looking over your blocker side shoulder. Take small shuffles between the posts when the play is moving behind the net. Be ready to intercept a pass or fill through the middle of the net on a quick pass out. When the puck is in zone 4, lock the heel of the glove side skate inside the post. Position body at an approximate 45-degree angle to the goal line. Seal the side of the net with pad, arm, and glove. An efficient glove position is to lay the arm flat down the side of the body so that the post hits the back of your shoulder. This arm position does the best job of sealing the net and aids for transitioning into a pass-out situation. As the puck enters zone 3, flatten your body parallel to the goal line and maintain visual attachment to the puck. When your glove side foot comes off the glove side post, immediately seal the space with the heel of your stick. Lock the heel of the skate inside the post. Bend post side knee to 90 degrees while keeping knee directly above skate. Your weight should be flat on the entire skate blade. Drop inside leg parallel to the goal line. Seal the inside edge of your body with upper arm, elbow, and forearm. On the glove side hybrid, fill the space below the crossbar and above the top of the pad with your glove. Keep the blocker low so that the blade of the stick is gapped. On the blocker side, have the blocker outside the pad and the glove low with the toe above the heel of the glove. The hybrid is used on shallow angle attacks that originate from above or below the goal line. Be prepared to fill through the middle of the net and maintain horizontal pad seal with the ice after the save is made. Due to the flat horizontal pad, rebounds will kick up the middle. Use the rules of movement and position to fill the space efficiently and be in control. Let's talk about the paddle down wrap. It's a great move on a wraparound to your blocker side. First, Anders is going to drop his travel foot below the goal line. Next, reach with his blocker for the far post. Finally, butterfly slide into that paddle down wrap. The paddle down wrap is best to defend against wraparounds and tuck-in attempts that develop quickly. When moving to the blocker side, track the puck. Then rotate travel foot slightly below the goal line. Load push foot and reach out blocker hand in the direction of the blocker post. Push into a butterfly slide and seal the post with a combination of the pad scoop, blocker, and paddle of the stick. The same mechanics are executed to the glove side post, but with opposite body parts. Be prepared to immediately sweep the ice with the paddle to clear a rebound, or come up into a narrow blocking butterfly for rebound attempts. Sometimes the goalie may have to use a butterfly shuffle coupled with an extension to make rebound saves. Goalies today need to be able to effectively handle the puck. The Pro Hybrid training system gives goaltenders the proper mechanics to handle the puck effectively. Most coaches, players, and fans nearly have a heart attack when the goalie leaves his or her crease to help their team. Pro Hybrid goalies are taught to stop dump-ins, read the play, and effectively shoot or pass the puck up the ice. The puck handling dimension of Pro Hybrid training completes the system. I teach my goalies the overhand shooting grip. This grip is different from what was predominantly used in the past. Grip your stick with the blocker at the top of the shaft and glove where the paddle meets the shaft. Position the puck off your back foot. The puck should be located at the heel of the blade. Push down and follow through to the target with the glove hand. Your body should rotate through the shot, finishing with the toe of the blade pointing at the target. When the puck is dumped in hard on net, the goalie will use an adapted hybrid setup to control the puck. Use the foot position of a blocker side hybrid, but place the glove behind the stick to cushion the blade. The blocker should be angled slightly forward to help corral the puck. Once the puck is stopped, immediately extend the blocker to the top of the shaft. From this point, use the same mechanics as shooting the puck to complete the pass. With the new rules, there are times where the opposition will try to dump the puck into the soft areas of the rink. The goalie must race to the corner of the rink and retrieve the puck before it crosses the goal line in order not to get called for a delay of game penalty. Get low to get the most out of the first 2 strides. Once in the vicinity of the puck, drop the paddle of the stick parallel to the goal line to stop the puck. Now gain body position to pass the puck up the ice. Cross over and get a solid push to get behind the net. On the forehand side, jam the toe of the blade into the dasher and place the glove in the overhand grip to stop the puck. On the backhand side, keep only the blocker hand on the stick. Make sure to angle the stick towards the puck to absorb the velocity of the shot. A goalie that can efficiently handle the puck is a huge asset to the team. The opposition will not be able to establish a forecheck in zone if you as a goalie can get to the dump in and move it up the ice. Additionally, because the other team will be less likely to dump, there will be more opportunities for your team to create neutral zone turnovers. Overall, a goalie that can effectively handle the puck gives his or her team a better chance to win games, and that's the ultimate goal. The Pro Hybrid system truly provides today's goalie with the tools and knowledge to read the play and apply the most efficient way to stop the puck, ultimately resulting in more wins. Winning is fun, and that's why we love the game. I'd like to sincerely thank everyone for your interest and feedback on Volume 1. Your enthusiasm and drive for more goaltending knowledge has inspired me to create a sequel. The wait is over. I'm excited to release the Pro Hybrid Goaltending System Volume 2. Pro Hybrid training provides today's goaltenders with the most current, efficient, and effective system to stop the puck. We focus on athletic movement, precise positioning, and efficient save execution. In addition to net movement and puck stopping mechanics, PHT drills our goaltenders extensively on puck handling skills. A Pro Hybrid goalie effectively reads the situation. According to that read, the goalie then applies the system. PHT strives to develop intelligent goalies that study and know the system. The Pro Hybrid goalie is an athlete that executes the correct mechanics in order to maximize and efficiently use their athletic ability. Through hard focused work, our goalies are instilled with a work ethic and sense of pride for the position. The Pro Hybrid training system provides a needed blueprint for the goaltender's success. Being able to objectively work on specific fundamentals will develop consistent play. Consistency is something that every goalie, coach, and parent wants. Some people have questioned how I can teach a system to all my goalies. Doesn't each goalie need to be taught something individually? The answer is yes. Each goalie's strengths and weaknesses do need to be looked at individually. There are definitely a set of skills and concepts that every goalie will benefit from being taught across the board. How to maximize power and efficiency, increase movement, or how to square up while making a save are just two examples. Each of these questions needs sound, objective answers that a goalie can utilize to gain consistency in their play. The comprehensive and progressive answers to these questions make up the Pro Hybrid goaltending system. It is important to identify the key areas that each goalie needs to work on within their game and treat each goalie as an individual, helping them in the specific areas of the system. Pro stands for progressive. All techniques taught in the system work together. A progression is a series of events that build upon each other in order to reach a final goal. Our process makes it easy for goalies to become students of the system and study it both on and off the ice. The progressive nature of our system allows our goalies to quickly make the correct techniques a habit. The term hybrid has been used for a few years when referring to goaltending. Our use of the word hybrid refers to using a progressive combination of techniques to stop the puck based on the goalie's read of the play. Additionally, at the foundation of the system are the three setups. One of these setups is called the hybrid due to it being a combination of the other two setups, the stance and the butterfly. The hybrid setup is a blocking save selection, and it also is the basis for all movements out of the butterfly. Later in the video, we'll take a look at how to master the hybrid in the Hybrid Progression Series. Shot, hybrid, up. Pro Hybrid training represents a new era of goaltending. The position has completely evolved. Goalies are now smarter and more athletic. Just like goalies have evolved, goalie training needed to change. The wait is over. Pro Hybrid training. Volume 1 established the fundamentals behind the techniques used in the Pro Hybrid goaltending system. Let's take a look at a quick review. At the base of the system are the three setups: the stance, butterfly, and hybrid. All movements come out of these three setups. The 4 points of movement are track, rotate, load, and push. The purpose of movement is to gain position. We say when a goalie is in position, it's SAD for shooters. SAD stands for square, angle, depth. Once a goalie is in position, the save is made. The two main types of save execution are blocking and reacting. Multiple variables, including the location of the shot, distance from the net, and net front traffic, determine whether to use a blocking or reacting save. Often during a game, the puck is behind the goal line or close to the net. The goalie must use a special set of techniques to cover the net from this different angle of attack. Hybrids, paddle down wraps, and narrow butterflies are the main types of net play save executions. Goalies that can effectively handle the puck are a huge asset to their team. Stopping dump-ins, setting a puck for your defenseman, or making a breakout pass are all important puck handling techniques. As we mentioned, Volume 1 broke down the fundamental techniques behind the PHT process. Volume 2 will take a more detailed look into mastering the hybrid setup through studying the Hybrid Progression Series. Volume 2 also digs deeper into position to discover the Visual Lead Position System. The Visual Lead Position System provides a detailed blueprint of on-ice visual leads which help each goalie master the three elements of position: square, angle, and depth. This system trains my goalies to develop a track-first mentality. Tracking is the first step to all crease movement. The Visual Lead Position System is also a source for an infinite number of goaltending drills.
Left blue.
We'll go over how to make these drills in Volume 2. We will also go over detailed position concepts. Using these concepts will make you as efficient as possible between the pipes. Finally, Volume 2 will take an advanced look at puck handling skills and multiple drills to perfect your puck handling techniques. The goal of my system is to create consistent goalies that are intelligent athletes with a passion and pride for the position. The demo goalies for Volume 2 represent a wide age and skill range. We have a D1 college goalie, a Tier 1 Junior A goalie, a high school goalie, a minor Bantam goaltender, as well as 2 goalies that are 11 years old. Bo Erickson is a 22-year-old Division I NCAA college goaltender. Bo is also a pro hybrid training instructor. Bo has been training with me for 3 seasons. Aaron Crandall is an 18-year-old Tier 1 Junior A goalie in the USHL. Aaron has been training with me for 4 seasons. Anders Franke is a 14-year-old high school freshman with 4 years of pro hybrid training experience. Anders was also the demo goalie in Volume 1. Johnny Dugas is a 13-year-old Tier 1 AAA goaltender for the 95 Fire. Johnny has 1 year of pro hybrid training experience. I'd like to show that goalies of all ages can benefit from my pro hybrid goaltending system. So I've brought in 2 younger goalies to show some of the pro hybrid training techniques.
Hi, I'm Evan Robert. I'm 11 years old. I play for the Wisconsin Fire and Minnesota Blades 97 AAA Hockey Club.
Hi, my name's Megan Dubois. I'm 11 years old and I play for the 97 Wisconsin Fire Hockey Club with Evan. I've been training with Coach Chickets for 3 years and I'm looking forward to making some big saves today.
The Hybrid Progression Series is designed to maximize the goalie's ability to perform correct, consistent, and efficient hybrids. The first progression trains goalies to perfect getting into the hybrid from the butterfly. The goalies start in their butterfly. When I say glove, the goalie drives up into the glove side hybrid. When I say blocker, the goalie drives up into the blocker side hybrid. Make sure to keep blocker and stick outside of pad and shoulders parallel. Drive your glove side knee and plant your glove side foot. Make sure you create a 90-degree knee bend in the leg to ensure there's power and balance in this hybrid setup. Notice how Evan's shoulders are completely parallel to the ice. This is going to ensure he keeps balance in this hybrid setup. There's no rotation in this phase of the drill. Notice how half the setup looks like the butterfly and the other half looks like the stance. I will call out glove or blocker randomly to test the goalie's reaction. I will say snap after each hybrid, which will return the goalie back to the butterfly. Glove, snap, blocker, snap, glove, snap, glove, snap, blocker, snap. Drive your knee straight up and through, planting your skate blade flat on the ice. The knees should be bent at 90 degrees. Keep shoulders parallel to the ice. Drive blocker knee straight up while keeping the blocker outside the pad. There's no rotation during this phase of the drill. Call out glove or blocker randomly to test the goalie's reactions. Glove, snap, blocker, snap, glove, snap. Now let's add a rotation to this drill to simulate rotating to the rebound. Make sure to drive blocker side shoulder and blocker side knee square to the new target. Hybrid. Snap. Hybrid. Snap. Hybrid. Snap. Hybrid. Snap. Now let's add a visualized save to the progression. The goalies will start in their stance, and when I say shot, the goalies will track from a spot on the boards to the heel of their stick. When I say hybrid, the goalies will drive into a glove side hybrid square to the boards. When I say up, the goalies return to their stance. We follow the same progression but with opposite body parts when going to the glove side. Shot, hybrid, up, shot, hybrid, up, shot, hybrid, up, shot, hybrid, up, shot, hybrid, up. Shot, hybrid, up, shot, hybrid, up, shot, hybrid, up. Good. For the final progression, we'll add a recovery. When I say shot, the goalies will visualize a glove side extension. When I say hybrid, the goalies will rotate square in their blocker side hybrid. But now when I say go, the goalies will recover out a stick distance. Go. The same mechanics, but with opposite body parts, are used when going to the blocker side. Shot, hybrid, go. 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 Shot, go. Shot, go. Shot, go. Shot, go. The final setup drill works on getting into the hybrid from the stance, like you're making a hybrid blocking save on the post. Goalies will start in their stance. When I say glove, the goalie will drop into the glove side hybrid. When I say blocker, the goalie will drop into the blocker side hybrid. When I say up, each goalie will return back to their stance. Glove, up, blocker, up, glove, up, blocker, up, blocker, up, glove, up, blocker, up, glove, up, blocker, up, glove, up, blocker, up. When moving from your stance to your hybrid, the goal is to go into this hybrid without moving the foot on your vertical leg. The key will be to keep the weight back on the heel of the vertical skate and make sure your knee doesn't go in front of your toe. Also, remember to keep your hands and elbows constant when moving from your hybrid to your stance. High repetitions will be the key when practicing the hybrid progression series. Now let's take a more detailed look into movement and positioning. Many goalies, parents, and coaches ask me, what's the key to my system? The most important aspect to the Pro Hybrid goaltending system is actively tracking every puck. The goalie must always know where the puck is in order to be on angle. The most efficient way to find the new angle is by constantly tracking and staying visually attached to the puck. Goalies that actively track the puck and rotate before their body moves are always square. Tracking is the first step in movement, and square is the first part of position. To maximize efficiency, the goalie must first track in order to gain squareness and make the save look easy. I created the visual lead position system to instill a track-first mentality into all my goalies. Volume 1 introduced the 5 points of the crease. These 5 points, along with the goalie's need to practice positioning, inspired me to create the visual lead position system. The visual lead position system uses pre-existing points on the ice called visual leads to create angles to the middle of the net. These angles each correspond to a specific position that a goalie should occupy in the crease in order to maximize efficiency. The only way to make the track-first mentality a habit is to constantly train using visual leads. Goalies will get into bad habits if visual leads are not used during drills. Here are the visual leads that make up the visual lead position system when a goalie is in the crease. First, we have top angle. The top angle is the point in the middle of the ice. A cone or the far net can be used as a visual lead. Next, left far dot. Left red. Left blue. Left dot. Left hash. Left bottom, and left post. The same points are used on the right side of the ring. Through multiple visual lead tracking repetitions, a goalie's muscle memory is activated to know the feeling of being perfectly set in a specific angle. When a puck is introduced into a game or practice setting, the visual lead position system creates a blueprint for the goalies to map out their position. This blueprint gives the goalie confidence that he is in the best possible position to stop the next shot. This confidence comes from multiple reps of training with the visual lead position system. Goaltenders and coaches often ask me for new goaltending drills. Understanding the visual lead position system coupled with knowing the types of movements and save executions literally puts an infinite number of drills at your disposal. Let's take a look at how to use the visual lead position system to create goaltending drills. There are 2 types of drills in the Pro Hybrid goaltending system: movement drills and position drills. A movement drill has a preset pattern. For example, start top, power stride right hash, snap, recover top, power stride left hash, snap, recover top. Go! Snap, go! Go! Snap, go! When you know the pattern of a drill, you can focus on a specific aspect of movement. For example, getting your travel foot up and underneath your center of gravity during power strides. Making sure that your travel foot gets up and underneath your body is more important than the height of your travel foot. Let's watch that one more time. Nice job. The second type of drill is called a position drill. A position drill has no preset pattern. The coach must call out the visual lead and the goalie responds accordingly. When using the visual lead position system for position drills, you don't need to say the side, left or right, if you intend for the goalie to stay on the same side of the ice. I created position drills to more truly match game situations. In a game, a goalie does not know where the next move will be. He must interpret and react to each play individually. During position drills, the goalie must wait to hear the next point from the coach, process the information, and react as quickly as possible. Position drills simulate the same part of the brain that goalies use to interpret the play in front of them during a game. Remember to actively track to each visual lead before moving. This technique will be the key to mastering position drills. In order to master a specific technique, a goalie must master each step within the process. All techniques in the PHT system follow a progression. The drills can be run at two speeds: progressive speed and game speed. When a drill is run at progression speed, the goalie executes each step of the specific process individually. Let's take a look at how a position crease movement drill can be run at progression speed. For progression speed drills, when I call out a point, the goalie will only track to the visual lead. When I say go, the goalie will move. Right dot, go. Right blue, go. Left blue, go. Dot, go. Hash, go. Top, go. When I tap my stick to the ice, the goalie will execute a butterfly. When I say hybrid, the goalie will hybrid square to the puck. Hybrid. Now when I say go, the goalie will execute a butterfly push-off through the angle. Go. Progression speed can also be used to work on stationary save execution drills. Remember that rotation is not a part of save execution. If a goalie rotates when he makes a save, he handcuffs himself and loses squareness to the puck. Rotation is a part of movement, not save execution. To run a stationary save execution drill using progression speed, the goalie will make the save, instantly track the puck to the corner, then on hybrid, the goalie will hybrid square to the puck. On go, he'll recover to the rebound, then on go, he'll come back to the top of the crease. Shot, hybrid, go, go. It is important to remember when running drills at progression speed that each step of the process is done as quickly as possible. Progression speed doesn't mean slower. Progression speed puts an emphasis on each step of the process to make sure that the end result is correct. When a drill is run at game speed, the goalie will execute all movements and play out all pucks the same as he would in a game situation. Most drills are done at game speed. I like to combine progression and game speed drills together. An example would be the first 2 reps of a drill can be done at progression speed and the rest of the drill can be done at game speed. If a goalie is struggling with a specific movement, we'll fix the problem by going back to progression speed to target the issue. Once the problem is identified and fixed, we can continue to carry out the drill at game speed. We can use progression speed to help John out with his butterfly push-offs. Let's see how it works. When I tap my stick, John will butterfly. When I say hybrid, John will hybrid square to the puck. Now on go, he's going to push off through the middle of the ice to make the save. Watch how square John is before he pushes, and watch how strong his load is in his butterfly push-off. Snap, hybrid, go. Snap, hybrid, go. Snap, hybrid, go. Before each drill, I make sure the goalie understands what each command means, the purpose of the drill, and I have the goalie tell me one aspect of his game that he would like to focus on during that drill. I'll call out visual leads and John will move to the corresponding points. Whenever I tap my stick, John will butterfly. When I say go, John will either recover, power stride, or shuffle to the shot to make the save, move to the rebound, and then take the next shot immediately. left dot, hash, top, goal. Away, hash, post, top, goal. I'll call out visual leads and John will move to the corresponding points. Whenever I say go, John will come to the puck for a stationary shot. But now when I tap my stick, John will execute a butterfly slide for a dynamic save. Left blue, right blue, pass. Away, that away. Blue. We can also use position drills to work on the principles of net play. John will start off on his right side post. When I call out visual leads, John will move accordingly. When I tap my stick, he'll execute a butterfly. Now when I say go, John will find the puck and play it live using the principles of net play. Bottom, hash, dot, hash, post. You can make an infinite number of drills just by changing the pattern, location of shot, or drill instructions using the visual lead position system. First, choose movement or position. If you choose movement, the first step is to choose your visual lead pattern. Remember, movement drills have a preset pattern. Next, pick your speed, game speed or progression speed. For game speed drills, execute all movements and play out all pucks as you would in a game. The coach simply says go to have the goalie execute each movement. For progression speed drills, the goalie executes each step of the technique individually. The coach uses words like track, snap, and hybrid. Finally, choose the location of the shot. If you choose a position drill, the first step will be to pick your speed, game speed or progression speed. For game speed drills, execute all movements and play out all pucks as you would in a game. The coach says go to have the goalie execute each movement. For progression speed drills, the goalie executes each step of the technique individually. The coach uses track, snap, and hybrid. Next, choose the location of the shot. Finally, since position drills do not have a preset pattern, call out the visual leads during the drill. Imagine the net being the center of a large circle. The angle of the puck to the middle of the net is the radius on the circle. The curved line of the crease makes a much smaller circle. Place the goaltender at the top of the crease. When the puck moves around the outer circle, the goalie moves to adjust to the new angle. Look to see how little the goalie has to move in relation to the distance the puck has to move. Since the goalie is moving on the circumference of a much smaller circle than the puck, he moves a much shorter distance. Make sure not to over-shuffle when the player is carrying the puck across the ice. We all know that the net is 4 feet tall and 6 feet wide. There's no way to change the fact that we need to cover these 24 square feet. But understanding the relationship between the puck's location on the ice and the amount of net the shooter sees allows us to position our bodies to fill that space. The wider the puck is carried on the rink, the less net the shooter sees. Through my training of goalies at all levels, I found that some goalies fail to realize just how little net the shooter actually sees when the puck is wide on the rink. Let's take a look at what the puck actually sees from various angles. Here's what the shooter sees from the top angle. From the blue line angle, there is less net visible to the shooter. Now from the hash angle, and bottom angle. Goalies must be aware of the tighter angle and adjust their position accordingly. Remember, when the puck is between the dots in the middle of the rink, the goalie should have his heels outside the crease for the initial shot. When a player walks out of the corner towards the center of the ice, the goalie has to make both the angle adjustment as well as gain the appropriate amount of depth to account for the better angle the shooter makes for himself. If a player starts in the middle of the ice and carries the puck wide on the rink to shoot, he decreases the amount of net he sees. Additionally, the goalie has to decrease his depth as he enters the hash and bottom angles. When the puck gets moved wide on the rink, the goalie doesn't have to be so far out due to the sharp angle. So having his toes at the crease line is the optimum depth. We can see that when a goalie's toes are at the crease line and the puck is on this sharp angle, he effectively takes up the entire net. Moving any further out would not be efficient for 4 reasons. Number 1, he does not fill up any more net coming any further out. We know when the puck is carried wide on the rink, passing the puck to the middle of the ice is a popular option because the shooter doesn't see much net from this tight angle. We know that his teammate has a better shot in the middle of the ice because he sees more net. The further the goalie moves out on the sharp angle, the longer the distance and more time it will take to cover back through the middle of the net. Number 3, if a goalie is too far out and the shot is taken, which results in a rebound coming up the middle of the ice, the same principle is true as in number 2. Even though the rotation is the same, he will have to travel more distance, which will take more time to do a butterfly push-off and fill the middle of the net to make the rebound save. Number 4, when a goalie can't fill completely through the angle, a difficult reacting save is the only option. Whereas if a goalie has a shorter distance to cover, he will be able to fill through the true angle and give himself the option to make an easy blocking save. Understanding this detailed aspect of the Pro Hybrid goaltending system will make your game more efficient. We, as goalies, must get creative and maximize the amount of ice we use for drills. Oftentimes, one goalie will be in the net and 1 to 2 other goalies will be waiting for their turn in the crease. I created face-off drills using the visual lead position system to solve this problem. There are 3 specific patterns for face-off drills. They are quadrant pattern, cross box pattern, and diamond pattern. All of these drills utilize the face-off circles next to the net. In Volume 1, we briefly showed the quadrant pattern movement drill, using power strides and recoveries. Now let's take a look at the corresponding visual leads and multiple types of drills that correspond with the quadrant drill. The visual leads that correspond with the quadrant pattern face-off drills are the red line, the blue line, the goal line on the boards, and the right side post. If using the right side quadrant, the visual lead would be the left side post. You can execute any of the following movements in the quadrant pattern: power strides, recoveries, butterfly slides, and butterfly push-offs. Two goalies can also go at the same time by starting diagonal to each other. Let's see some pro hybrid goaltenders tear up the quadrant pattern. Go. The second face-off drill pattern we use is called the cross box pattern. The cross box pattern uses the face-off area to simulate moving from the right hash to right red, across to the left hash, out to the left red, and finally across to the right hash. The visual leads when using the right face-off dot for the cross box pattern are right post, goal line on the boards, red line, and the blue line. Let's take a look at some examples of this pattern. Go. The final face-off drill pattern in the pro hybrid goaltending system is the diamond pattern. The diamond pattern simulates moving from top crease to bottom angle, back to top crease. The visual leads for the diamond pattern are hash marks, far dot, face-off dot, and bottom circle. it is important to carry the full distance and get proper rotation when using the diamond pattern. When doing movement drills using the diamond pattern face-off drill, be sure to note that there's less rotation and more distance to carry when going between the wide lines to the narrow lines, and more rotation with less vertical distance to carry when going narrow to wide. Let's watch Bo rip around using this diamond pattern movement drill. Go! 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 Track! Go! Track! Go! Track! Go! Track! Go! Other way. Track! Go! Track! Go! Track! Go! Track! Go! Snap! Hybrid! Go! Snap! Hybrid! Go! Snap! Hybrid! Go! Snap! Hybrid! Go! Other way. Snap! Hybrid! Go! Snap! Hybrid! Go! Snap! Hybrid! Go! Snap! Hybrid! Go! Good job. The diamond pattern can also be used outside the face-off dots. Remember to carry a stick distance of depth when moving in the diamond pattern outside the face-off dot. Go! 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 Goalies that can effectively handle the puck are a huge asset to their team. In Volume 1, we looked at passing the puck, stopping hard dump-ins on net, and how to use the paddle down method to stop wide dump-ins. Additionally, we learned how to stop dump-ins that ring behind the net. In Volume 2, we will take a detailed look into maneuvering with the puck as well as learn a few puck handling drills. When the goalie gets the puck next to or behind the net and there's no good option, the best option may be to stick handle the puck to another location and make a play from there. The locations of teammates and attacking forecheckers will play into your puck handling decision. In order to effectively move laterally, forwards, or backwards with the puck, the goalie will have to learn a few simple techniques. First, keep the puck on the heel third of your stick. This is where all your leverage is located. Next, make sure to keep your blocker elbow and blocker hand low to corral the puck. Finally, after you've mastered these basic techniques, try to keep your head up whenever you're moving with the puck. For lateral puck handling, we'll be using a combination of a crossover and a power stride to effectively fill new space. When executing the combination of a crossover and a power stride, make sure to take a big step with your outside foot. Now, push off and execute a power stride off the inside edge of this foot. First, let's look at how to properly fill the new space and pull the puck towards the blocker side. Once you get the puck on the heel of your stick, drop your blocker hand to corral the puck. The puck should be in front of the glove side skate. Cross over and execute a power stride to your new location. Try to keep your eyes up ice the entire time. When pushing the puck to the glove side, locate the puck on the backhand portion of the blade near the heel. Drop blocker hand to keep the puck in front of the body. Cross over and execute a power stride to fill the new space. Again, try to keep your eyes up ice to identify your target for the pass. To effectively handle the puck forward, place the puck on the heel portion of the blade and position blocker hand low. Simply push the puck forward up ice. The best way to skate backwards with the puck is to place the puck on the backhand heel portion of the stick and drop the blocker hand low. Keep pressure on the puck and skate backwards. Again, I train my goalies to be able to move in multiple directions with the puck because sometimes the best passing option may not be directly in front of you. Also, goalies can buy time against a forechecker by laterally handling the puck behind the net. The forechecker has to choose a side to attack on. The goalie can see this decision and pass the puck up the other side. Additionally, the forechecker may peel off, not choosing to attack at all. A simple shoulder fake can cause the player to back off. We want to use the net in order to get the player trapped behind the play. If a player goes to the right, the goalie can push the puck to the left. If the player goes to the left, pull the puck to the right. If the player peels off, reevaluate the options and possibly send the puck up the ice or let a D-man pick it up. After we stop the puck behind the net, our job has just begun. We must read the play and decide to stick handle, pass it, or set the puck for a D-man. If the D-man is calling for a set, here are some important tips to make a grade A set. At the very least, get the puck off the boards so the D-man can instantly skate through and continue on his path up the ice. If you don't get the puck off the boards, you may put your D-man in a tough situation.
Oops, sorry about that.
Oh, Johnny, you need to go to prohybridtraining.com to buy Volume 2 so that never happens again.
If you have more time and awareness, take a look to see what hand your D-man is so you can make the best set for his stick position. On the left-hand side behind the net, set the puck close to the boards for a left-handed D. For a right-handed D, pull the puck and set it closer to the net so the D can pick it up on his forehand. Make sure to come in the net the opposite way as not to run into your defenseman. Behind the right side of the net, a left-hander would like the puck closer to the net. And a righty needs the puck closer to the boards. Here are some great examples of puck handling drills that utilize the puck handling techniques in the Pro Hybrid training system. This first drill focuses on stopping the puck behind the net and passing it up to a teammate. The goalie starts behind the net in his dump-in stopping setup. The coach is on the hash mark. The coach fires the puck around the boards and the goalie simply stops the puck behind the net and passes it back to the coach. Make sure to keep the toe of your stick squarely planted into the boards and keep the blade of your stick between the middle of your body and right skate to maximize leverage. Bring your glove side shoulder through and point the toe of your stick at the player's stick to maximize velocity and accuracy. On the backhand side, try passing the puck up on the backhand and on the forehand. On the backhand, sweep on the ice using the overhand grip. If you stop the puck behind the net on your blocker side and decide to use a forehand to pass the puck up the ice, here are the steps. After I stop the puck, I want to push the puck away from my body, immediately rotate my body around the puck, pull the puck off my left foot to gain leverage, and now pass the puck up ice. This drill is a great way for the coach to watch the goalie for correct technique. Additionally, the goalie gets a bunch of practice stopping pucks behind the net. Goalie 2 starts on the red line angle outside the crease. Goalie 1 starts in his dump-in stopping setup behind the net. Coach fires the puck in and goalie 1 stops the puck, then sets the puck. After setting the puck, hustle in the opposite side of the net. When the coach yells go, goalie 2 crosses over and goes behind the net to fire the puck back to the coach on the hash. Next, stop another dump-in. I also use the quadrant area to train my goalie's puck handling skills. The goalie starts in the quadrant and must push the puck outside the far quadrant, then pull it back outside the first quadrant and either pass the puck to the coach or his goalie partner. The previous drill simulates laterally moving the puck behind the net to elude forecheckers. The next variation on the quadrant works on both lateral puck handling as well as forward and backward puck handling. Start with the puck in the back left quadrant. Push the puck into the back right quadrant, then pull it back into the original spot. Now push the puck and skate forward to the front left quadrant. Quickly transition to backwards, then pull the puck straight back into the back right quadrant. The next rep of this drill will go in the opposite direction. The next puck handling drill requires the goalie to skate forward as well as backwards with the puck. The goalie starts at the top of the crease. The player dumps the puck in the soft corner of the ice. The goalie races out to the puck, then skates it behind the net to make the breakout pass to the player on the opposite half wall. The goalie comes back to the top of the crease to execute the drill on the opposite side. This drill is to be used with goalies that aren't affected by the pro hockey no-play zones. This drill focuses on backwards and lateral puck handling footwork as well as passing accuracy. The goalie starts at the top of the crease. Pucks are set to the left side and to the right side. On go, the goalie retrieves the puck, pulls it behind the net, then makes a pass to the coach on the hash. After the pass, the goalie sprints back into the net to continue the drill. You can also add a fake to this drill. Go behind the net, fake the pass, then either push or pull the puck laterally, then pass the puck up the opposite side. Execute 3 to 6 reps from one side, then place pucks on the other side and repeat. The final puck handling drill will involve a forechecker and 2 additional players. Player 1 dumps the puck in and immediately forechecks the goalie. Players 2 and 3 skate down the boards to the hash marks. The goalie retrieves the puck, then uses the net to buy time against the forechecker. The forechecker tries to block the pass. Once the pass is made, the player on the opposite side of the rink swings low for a breakout. The player that receives the pass and the player swinging low regroup in the neutral zone. The forechecker immediately becomes a defenseman for a 2-on-1 back in against the goalie. This drill is a great way to incorporate goalie puck handling skills into a team practice. Pro Hybrid training provides today's goaltenders with the most current, efficient, and effective system to stop the puck. We focus on athletic movement, precise positioning, and efficient save execution. The key to my system is to actively track every puck. By developing a track-first mentality, the goalie will always be in the best position to execute the most efficient save. Hybrid training aims to provide today's goaltenders with the most current, efficient, and effective instruction. We concentrate on identifying the keys to athletic movement, precise positioning, and efficient save execution. Additionally, we focus on detailed net play techniques as well as progressive puck handling skills. Our mission is to develop intelligent athletes who are consistent goaltenders with a passion and pride for the position. There are three major differences between a good goalie and a great goalie. These characteristics are control, consistency, and confidence. These three differences represent both the mental and physical side to the position. The key to all three of these traits is identification. Volume 3 will use the Pro Hybrid goaltending system to identify, simplify, and objectively achieve control, consistency, and confidence in your game. We focus on communicating the clear principles of goaltending when we illustrate a technique or concept in our system. Sure, that technique may be my interpretation of a specific principle, but by clearly identifying the principle we are trying to accomplish, we can see the why behind my perception. A principle is a concept that is unchanged and true by definition. Some of the principles of goaltending are: keep the puck out of the net, always track the puck, stay square to the puck, be on angle, maximize your hand-eye coordination in all saves, rebound control, and handle the puck efficiently to counter your opponent's forecheck. These principles are the true nature of goaltending. They are what goaltending is. Our focus is the detailed, comprehensive interpretation of these principles. When teaching a technique or skill, I make sure to refer to the principle of goaltending that we are trying to accomplish. As we will learn later, the key to mastering the how is to first fully understand the why. Some of the techniques in Volume 3 will challenge the current conventional wisdom of goaltending. Conventional wisdom is a common opinion that a great mass of people believe due to the following reasons. It's been perceived as true for a long time. It may have worked really well in the past, and it's easy and comfortable to understand at the surface level. I aim to challenge the conventional wisdom where I see fit and change the paradigm in the goaltending world. In this video, we will see that the word hybrid also refers to the nature of how both the physical and mental side of goaltending work together. Generally speaking, hybrid stands for a specific combination that creates synergy. Understanding and using each technique separately is great, but applying your read of the play to create a combination of each technique creates a new and evolved personal style. This evolution, based on your read of the play, creates synergy in the Pro Hybrid goaltending system. Perfecting a recovery or a glove side hybrid won't make you a great goalie. Getting to the rink early and warming up won't win you the game. Watching my DVD series won't get you a scholarship. So why do we work so hard at the rink, staying late, arriving early, asking a shooter to stay to perfect a move you've watched in the Pro Hybrid DVD series? We do all this because we identify the importance of a cumulative advantage. Each technique is a piece to the puzzle. A coin getting thrown into that jar in your kitchen rather than lost in your sofa. Identifying that each small piece has power when used together, as well as once we start saving coins, it'll be even easier to save in the future. This concept is called the cumulative advantage. Think of the Pro Hybrid training system as a special type of jar in your kitchen that organizes and gives power to all those coins or techniques that we earn. Some techniques may be worth a penny at the time. Don't dismiss it based on the minimal value at the moment. Throw it in the jar. Other techniques may be worth a quarter. Again, not going to make you rich, but definitely worth saving. Over time, the cumulative value of all your savings will result in one big return, becoming a great goalie. I use the term system to refer to an organized approach. Teachers in various sports, subjects, and fields use systems to create consistent results. In my opinion, it's practical to organize all the great knowledge, techniques, and routines into a clear plan. I like to think of creating and using a system as acting with a proactive mind, having a planning mindset, thinking with the end in mind. We all want to stop the puck, but there's way more to goaltending that comes before and after stopping the puck. We break down each process, the 3 setups, movement, position, save execution, net play, and puck handling into pieces. Then we teach these parts using our development progression series. This series includes the following phases: learning, repetition, and habit. This concept defines the method we use to teach pro hybrid training techniques. The first step in the development progression series is the learning phase. This phase is defined as the introduction of a new skill or piece of knowledge. We aim to answer the questions what, why, and how. After seeing the technique, the what, it is important to first answer the why before learning the how. This sequence is important because if a goalie can first understand the practical concept of the technique, he can get a much better grasp on how to execute the move. For example, when we go into the Own Your Edges drills, we will learn a 2-step. After we show the 2-step, I will explain and demonstrate why we use it. To enter the second phase of focus and gain solid initial depth on line rushes against, such as breakaways, and 2-on-1s. When the goalie first sees the why to the 2-step, it will make the technical details of the skill easier to execute because the goalie is internalizing the information. The learning phase of development is the key process of identification. The second piece to the development progression series is the repetition phase. The key to this step is deliberate practice. The goal of deliberate practice is to create muscle memory.
Last one.
A good way to define deliberate is on purpose. There are 3 aspects to deliberate practice. Set a goal, give immediate feedback, and place technique over outcome. We must find a purpose to the work that we put in. Identifying that there is a direct correlation between the work we put in and the future reward. Set a goal. Finish every puck with my eyes, nose, and chin. The next shot on ice, I'll control with my stick. Retain the next shot on angle and off the ice. Once the goal is set, we must give ourselves immediate feedback. Did I accomplish my goal? Yes or no? If yes, what did I do right? Make a mental note. If no, what can I do differently next time? These self-comments will happen within a small window of time. Then get right back to the next rep. Finally, we must place technique over the immediate outcome when focusing on the repetition phase. If you take longer to rotate to a rebound in the left corner when executing a hybrid because you need to think about it for a while, this third aspect of deliberate practice tells you to continue to work on the full rotation technique rather than just taking a shortcut that may work now but will be problematic at higher levels. The final stage of the development progression series is the habit phase. I like to think of a habit as the dynamic combination of knowledge, skill, and desire. We need to completely understand the why behind the technique. This knowledge will firmly cement the meaning of the move in our mind. Secondly, we must gain muscle memory to execute the physical coordination of the skill aspect. And finally, we must have the drive and determination to battle. This last and most important component is desire. The desire aspect is achieved when we can find a clear relationship between the effort we put in and the reward we receive. If no relationship is established between effort and reward, the goalie will come up well short of the habit phase. I pride myself on establishing a strong relationship between effort and reward with all of my goalies. By following the development progression series with all of the techniques in the Pro Hybrid system, you will feel the cumulative advantage and find yourself well on your way to making the entire system a habit.
Lead, save, lead, over. Lead, save, lead, over. Top. Woo!
That away, man, that away. The theme of Volume 3 is identifying both the mental and physical characteristics that are the difference between a good and great goalie. Control, consistency, and confidence. We'll start out by showing you 2 routines that will help you gain consistency in your game. Next, we'll walk through the Own Your Edges drill series. These drills are designed to improve the goalie's agility and confidence on his edges. Next, we need to outline a process that addresses the mental side of in-game goaltending. I call it the Pro Hybrid IE Zone process. Identifying shot locations both on and off angle, along with situations that require either stationary or dynamic saves, will continue to be explored. Another piece of info we need to identify is the height of the shot. In this section, I'll challenge the conventional wisdom of when to go down to make the save by asking an even better question: why do goalies go down to make the save? During this breakdown, we'll go over the keys to detailed save execution and rebound control. Next, we'll examine one type of dynamic save, the breakaway. I will go into great detail about how to effectively play the breakaway. Volume 3 will also take a deeper look into the details of elite net play. These new details will allow you to control the play when the puck is in tight. Finally, as in the first 2 videos, we'll examine puck handling with a detailed eye. The puck handling techniques in Volume 3 will build on the foundation established in the first 2 discs. We will address reading and countering your opponent's forecheck, communication between the goalie and the defenseman, as well as backhand passes, rimming the puck high up on the glass, and right up plays. Overall, Volume 3 is packed with well over an hour of techniques that will take your goaltending from good to great, adding control, consistency, and confidence. This is Jimmy Kruger. He's a senior at Minnetonka High School here in Minnesota. This is his second year with Pro Hybrid training. Joe Schrader is a senior goaltender at my alma mater, the University of St. Thomas. Joe is also a lead instructor with Pro Hybrid training. He's been working with us for 2 years. This is Santino Vasquez. He's an '89 from St. Paul, Minnesota. Tino is also a lead instructor with Pro Hybrid training. Tino was one of the first goaltenders I did private lessons with back when I started Pro Hybrid training. This is Evan Robert and Megan Dubois. They're appearing in their second Pro Hybrid training video. Both Evan and Megan play for the '97 Wisconsin Fire. This is Camden Kallstrom. He's a mite from Red Wing, Minnesota. He has 2 years of Pro Hybrid training experience. Consistency is one of the main principles in Pro Hybrid training. 2 great ways to develop consistency are implementing systems and routines.
Top. Snap. Left post. Lead. Save. Lead. Over.
Let's take a look at 2 easy routines that you can make part of your game. The on-ice movement warm-up is a routine to get your mind and body ready before stepping into the net before a game or practice. I like my goaltenders to make each movement deliberate, quick, and powerful. Do not rush through the process. The first movement we'll do is an edge check. Drive your edges back and forth, keeping your chest tall, eyes up, and long arms. Next, execute lateral power strides as if you're moving from your right blue line angle to your left blue line angle. The next movement will be power strides going from the right bottom to the top angle, to the left bottom to the top angle, and back to the right bottom angle. Followed by recoveries in that same pattern. Make sure to visualize a save every time you snap down. Now we'll execute butterfly push-offs using that same pattern. Visualize a stick save when you snap down, then visualize a glove or blocker save on the slide. Finally, we'll execute butterfly slides. Power stride out, butterfly slide back, visualize a glove save. Power stride out, butterfly slide back, visualize a blocker save. Great job, Tino. By the way. This is the routine I used throughout my college and pro career. Feel free to add or subtract from this routine to make it your own. Now that you have some blood flowing, it is important to stretch and loosen up before getting into the net. Start out with the butterfly stretch. Push your knees as far away from your body as possible while driving your groin to the ice. Experiment with different chest positions to feel a variety of stretches. Next, go up onto the blocking surface and lean back while keeping your knees together. This move will stretch out your quads, hip flexors, and abs. While staying on the blocking surface of your blocker side pad, put your glove side toe up and stretch your hamstring. Sit up tall, then bend your knee and drive your hips forward while lifting your blocker arm as tall as possible. This stretch will work your groin and hip flexors. Finally, bring the blocker side elbow in and push your glove side knee back to work your hip. Follow the same 3 exercises to the other side. Next, execute a glove and blocker extension. Try to keep your knee down on the ice and reach over your toe like you're robbing a shooter. End by pushing and pulling your knees towards and away from your body. Make sure to hold all stretches for 8 seconds. These 2 routines will help your mind and body get ready to stop the puck. The first drill in the Own Your Edges drill series is the 2-step. This drill simulates the first 2 steps we take to challenge a line rush. Make sure to keep your eyes up and hips low to get the most out of each stride. We do this drill starting on the left foot as well as the right foot. We'll show you later in the video why it's important to be able to use either foot on the 2-step. The first drill is called a 2-step. It simulates the first 2 steps that a goalie uses to get out of the net and challenge a line rush. On go, drive out, taking 2 consecutive steps while keeping your hips low to maximize the power in each stride. Stop hard on the inside edge while keeping your chest and eyes up. Try to make each rep carry the distance that would get you one stick distance outside the crease. Practice this two-step starting and stopping on both the right foot and the left foot.
The second drill in the Own Your Edges drill series is the two-step plus recovery. This drill can be done at game speed or progression speed. Let's watch Tino do this drill at progression speed. Snap, hybrid, out. Joe will do this drill at game speed. Snap, go. Just like the two-step, this drill can be done on either the left foot, snap, hybrid, go, or the right foot, snap, go, snap, hybrid, go. That away, guys. Snap, hybrid, go. Snap, hybrid, out. Snap, hybrid, out. The third drill in the Own Your Edges drill series is the two-step plus backwards. Let's take a look. Out. Back. Out. When you stop, make sure to keep your eyes up, glove up, and chest up, while keeping your hips low. All your weight should transfer onto your front foot on the inside edge. To go backwards, take one C-cut back and maintain a narrow width on your stance. Out! This drill can be done at game speed or progression speed. Back! Out! Now let's see this drill done at game speed. Back! Out! Out! Finally, let's use the right foot and see how Tino does. Back! Out! Back! Now at game speed. Out! Out! Ready? Out! Eyes up, back! Out! That away. Back! That away, eyes up, out! That away. Back! Right foot, right foot, right foot, out! Drive out, keep your hips low, back! Narrow, out! The fourth drill in the Own Your Edges drill series is the two-step plus backwards plus recovery. Let's take a look at Joe doing this drill. Out! Back! Snap! Hybrid! Out! Let's pay close attention to Joe's knee drive and his butterfly. This drill simulates a quick 5-hole shot. Make sure to drive your knees down to the ice. Back! Snap! Hybrid! Out! For this rep, let's pay special attention to Joe's hybrid on his glove side. His knee will drive straight up. He's going to keep his eyes up and his chest up. When he drives out of that hybrid for his two-step, he's going to keep his hips low. Back! Snap! Hybrid! Out! Finally, this drill can be done at game speed. Back! Snap! Back! Snap! 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 Right out, right out, right out, right out! Snap! That away, that away, that away! Right back, right back, right back, snap! Right out. Good. Right foot, right foot. On your own. Snap! Make that save, right out. Last one, last one. Snap! That away, that away. Nice job. The final drill in the Own Your Edges drill series is the two-step plus backwards plus rotation plus recovery. Let's take a look at Tino ripping through this drill. Out! Back! Shot! We're going to see two differences between this drill and the previous drill. Number one, Tino executes a low butterfly save on his glove side. His eyes are down and his stick moves to his left. He's simulating that a shot comes down, now the rebound will come off to the left. he'll rotate in his hybrid, square to the next rebound. Hybrid. The drill will continue the same way the two-step plus backwards plus recovery did. We're going to be doing this drill at progression speed. Progression speed doesn't mean slower. We break down the process into pieces, then execute each piece with as much power as possible. Out. Back. Shot. Hybrid. Out. Back. Shot. Hybrid. Out. Back. Shot. Out. Back. Snap. Hybrid. Out. Back. Snap. Hybrid. That away. Back. Snap. Hybrid. Drive out. Back. Snap. Hybrid. There we go. Other leg coming towards me. Back. Snap. Hybrid. Good. The key to gaining control, consistency, and confidence in your game is identification. As goalies, we need to identify a wide variety of situations and shot types. The learning phase of development gives us the info we need to identify. That's the first step, but it's also the most important. If the shot type or situation is not identified, then we are far less likely to have control in our game. The skill of identification is a key mental aspect to master as a goaltender. When we accomplish a goal, we experience positive thoughts. These positive thoughts produce positive feelings. Confidence is a positive feeling. By setting and accomplishing the goal of identification, we will be more confident in the net, making control and consistency even more likely to happen in the future. The entire process is cyclical. We've all heard that successful goaltending is a balance of both the physical and mental side of the game. We've explored much of the physical side of the game in the first two videos. We will continue this exploration through the rest of this DVD. But now we need to outline a process that addresses the mental side of in-game goaltending. I call it the Pro Hybrid IE Zone process. IE stands for internal versus external. Being internal is thinking about something that's not directly in front of you, while being external is being in the moment, instantly analyzing, evaluating, and acting on your immediate environment. The Pro Hybrid IE Zone process provides a clear and objective approach to managing your thoughts throughout the game. The goal is to have a clear focus when the puck is in play. After a goal against, I'm sure you've heard someone say, block it out, just forget about it. That notion of blocking something out that has just happened to us goes completely against the way our brains are wired. That method isn't very efficient because the more we try to block something out, the more we're actually thinking about it, bringing it back into our thought process over and over again. How can we be confident with those negative thought producers lingering around? Why fight the way our brains are naturally wired? I suggest you own it and use the reframing process of reflecting at this specific moment. When you're facing the net, adjusting your gear or drinking water, this is the time to reflect on a goal against or a save. Give yourself a few moments to address your actions now. Owning and reframing these thoughts now is the key to keeping them from occupying your thought process during long stretches of limited shots. The next area to be internal is when you're skating around the zone between whistles. It's a good habit to occasionally take a loop around the zone to stay loose and feel your edges. During this time, give yourself positive self-talk. Stay square, be quick, loose shoulders, active eyes, active stick, identify. Positive self-talk is a great way to build your confidence and cultivate positive body language. Hold your head high and keep your shoulders back. By identifying skating to the corner and giving yourself positive self-talk, as well as positive body language as a goal, every time you do it, you'll experience a small success. These successes build up a cumulative advantage and produce confidence. From the previous section, it seems like we're always internal as a goaltender. This is definitely not the case. Most of the time, we're going to be spending in the net facing forward when the play is in front of us. This time, we're external. Since we've already given time for reflecting and positive self-talk, we can now focus directly and solely on the play in front of us. So now what?
When we're in the net facing forward, here are the 3 objective stages of focus. Number 3, when the puck is in the other end. Number 2, when the puck is in the neutral zone, during a line rush, or moving around the perimeter of your zone. And finally, stage 1, when the puck is about to be shot. Mental interference occurs when we experience internal thoughts during the play. This mental interference keeps us from making easy saves and controlling rebounds. Once you have made a technique a habit, such as a butterfly glove save, you won't lose that skill, but mental interference handicaps our actions and doesn't allow that skill to come through. The Pro Hybrid IE Zone process gives you a specific time to address these naturally occurring thoughts so you can have a clear, unhindered focus on the puck when it is in play.
Let's take a look at the 3 stages of focus up here on the whiteboard. Remember, when the puck's in the other end, you're on your goal line in the middle of the net. When the puck is in stage 3, the other end, we're looking for signs. These signs are a defenseman's shot getting blocked, a pass getting intercepted, or the other team breaking out. Next, let's take a look at stage 2 of focus. Stage 2 is reading the play. The puck will be in the neutral zone or your own end moving around the perimeter when you're in stage 2 of focus. Let's take a look at one situation we can read while in stage 2 of focus. Let's take a look at a 2-on-1. So we have one player on their team breaking in. Another player, puck's going to be on the outside, and we have a defenseman. This is a 2-on-1 situation. What are we trying to read in this situation? Number 1, do you have any back checkers coming to help you out? Number 2, are there any more opponents coming to join the line rush? And number 3, your defenseman's positioning. Let's take a look at number 3. We can see in this situation, your defenseman is located in between the 2 forwards. As the play develops, this gap is going to decrease. He's coming back as the player comes in, and this player comes down the middle. What we're looking for is how far your defenseman is from this puck. If the defenseman is shading towards the middle, the puck carrier is going to be more likely to shoot. Now, if this defenseman is shading in towards the puck carrier, what's going to be available? The back door. The second forward will sneak in back door, and this forward will pass the puck right across the slot if your defenseman is cheating over. Remember to read your defenseman's position. If he's shading towards the middle, anticipate a shot from the strong side because your defenseman is covering that backdoor pass. Next, if he's shading towards the puck carrier, which ideally we wouldn't want him to do, be ready for that backdoor pass because that guy will be wide open. Load up your outside foot and execute a strong butterfly slide across once that pass is made. Let's take a look at a great strategy to defend against a 2-on-1. The puck is currently located on the outside of the rink. Tino identifies a potential goal scorer coming down the middle. Tino will shift his weight towards his blocker side foot to accomplish 2 things. First, this weight shift is going to take up more net on the short side of the rink. So if the player comes down and shoots it, Tino will have more coverage short side. Second, this weight shift will also create a stronger load on Tino's blocker side. So if this guy decides to pass the puck across, he'll have a great load for a butterfly push-off.
Try using your 2-step to initiate your second stage of focus when there's a clear-cut man rush attack. Get 1 stick distance outside the crease and take the rush while continuing to read the play. We are also in stage 2 when there's a prospective dump and chase or dump and change situation. We'll take a deeper look into puck handling later in the video.
We're also in stage 2 of focus when the puck is moving around the perimeter of our own zone. Remember, stage 2 is reading the play. We're not just focusing on the puck, we're aware of our surroundings. We're reading the play. Let's take a look at a few things that we're going to be reading. If the puck's down in our glove side corner, we're going to be choosing one of our 3 stick placements: forehand, square, or backhand. Now if the puck gets moved around the perimeter, we're going to make sure not to chase the puck. We don't want to be way outside the crease here. We want to be conservative on our depth. Because you think this guy's going to shoot? Oh, maybe, but probably not. The puck's going to continue to move around the point. Now let's take a look at this guy right here. This guy is going to be very important to you. When we're on angle for the shot from the point, if he's directly in front of you, make sure you're looking around him. Try to get around him, try to get visual attachment to the puck. If the player shoots the puck on net and there's a screen, tip, or deflection, use a blocking butterfly save. But now, if this player comes out of the back door and slides for a passing lane from the defenseman, make sure you identify this guy back door and get ready to execute a butterfly slide for a strong save back door.
The final stage of focus is stage 1. Stage 1 is dialing in your focus to only the puck.
Since we already have identified the situation by reading the play in stage 2, we can now focus 100% on the puck.
Stage 1 is where the save is made and visual attachment occurs if a rebound is created. Goalies that follow the 3 stages of focus have the best chance of controlling the puck. Remember, it's our thoughts that ultimately dictate our actions. Our actions control the puck. The Pro Hybrid IE zone process uses our objective understanding of the mental side of goaltending to give you a systematic solution to controlling your thoughts in the net. You are now officially in your learning phase of development with the Pro Hybrid IE zone process. It's up to you to make it a habit.
As we mentioned earlier, controlling the puck is one of the key differences between a good goalie and a great goalie.
In this section, we'll identify stationary versus dynamic saves, on angle versus off angle shots, and red line trajectory, as well as the detailed techniques that are associated with each concept.
We've always heard, keep your stick in your 5-hole. But how do we keep our sticks in our 5-hole? Let's have a systematic approach to maintaining stick control. We're going to call this blocker wrist supination. Supination is keeping your thumb down, rotating your thumb down to the ice like you're pouring out a can of soup, supinating your thumb down. The opposite of supination is pronation, rotating my thumb up. Let's see how that controls our stick. When I'm in my stance, we can see that my stick is in my 5-hole, my wrist is supinated. My thumb is pointing down to the ice. What happens if my wrist pronates? All of a sudden, my stick leaves the 5-hole. When I'm moving around and my blocker wrist pronates, my stick is falling behind. But now, if I'm in my stance and I have a supinated blocker side wrist, my thumb stays down and my stick stays right in my 5-hole.
Volume 1 established the difference between reacting and blocking saves. Now we will go further to break down save execution by understanding the difference between stationary and dynamic saves. A stationary save is a save we execute when our feet are set underneath our body before the shot is taken. A stationary save can be made in any of the 3 setups: stance, butterfly, or hybrid. These saves are made when we are in the best possible position, square, angle, and depth, to efficiently stop the puck. Most of the stationary saves we make are going to be of the reacting variety. Hybrid saves on the post are one type of blocking stationary save. The foundation of position is set feet. A goalie that can set his feet with squareness while being on angle and maintaining good depth should be able to control the puck easily. A dynamic save is a save we make while sliding or shifting. Examples of a dynamic save are a butterfly slide to stop a backdoor pass on a 2-on-1. A butterfly push-off to stop a rebound inside the immediate scoring area. Paddle down wraps and breakaways are also examples of a dynamic save, since the goalie is moving both backwards and laterally. We'll be taking a detailed look into breakaways later in the video. Finally, there is a dynamic save we use even when our feet are set before the shot is taken. This save is called a center shift. We use a center shift when the shot originates from wide on the rink, red, blue, or dot angles, and the shot is to the middle of the net or far side.
Let's take a look at a key difference between a good goaltender and a great goaltender. A good goaltender may choose to make a stationary save when the puck is wide on the ice and shot to the middle. You can see that Tino definitely stopped this puck, but does he control it? Sure, he controls it right up the middle of the ice. Now, he has a very large distance to cover over a stick distance of space to fill through the new angle. Let's see if he can do it. Good. The hard work Tino's put in on his dynamic saves, specifically a butterfly push-off, paid off in that situation. When you don't control rebounds, rely on your movement to make up for that difference. Now let's see what a great goaltender may do in this situation to keep from having to make that push-off save. Puck shot from wide on the rink to the middle, Tino will execute a center shift, shifting right into the puck, boom. Now he's ready to take a face-off in the zone instead of having to scramble all over to play rebounds. By definition, a center shift takes our middle to the middle. But what does that mean? Let's take a look. The center of our body is currently located on the outside of the rink. When a shot originates from outside of the rink towards the center of the ice, we want to take our middle or center, shift it into the puck so we land closer to the middle of the ice.
If the puck is not retained or sent out of play, a goalie that executes an effective center shift will be closer to the resulting rebound, making it easier to stop the resulting second shot.
Ultimately, you'll need to experiment on your own to reach a conclusion of when to use a center shift. My advice is to identify your goal given your read of the play, taking in all the possibilities, then make your choice accordingly.
Actively tracking and staying visually attached to the puck off the shooter's stick gives us a great deal of information. One question this info answers is the shot to the left, to the right, or directly at us? I call this concept on angle versus off angle. Identifying the difference between these two shot locations and practicing the associated save techniques will help you control the puck.
An off-angle shot is a shot that's outside of a goaltender's shoulders or knees. We use a push method save to actively control and intercept these shots. Remember, there's a difference between a push and a reach. A reach will get you off balance, whereas a slight push will keep your shoulders nice and square during save execution. A good rule of thumb is you want to push forward slightly, no more than a stick distance. Even if the puck is shot down on the ice here, let's see him push a stick distance so he's one blade off, and that's how he controls those pucks off angle. If your shoulders open up during save execution, you lose your squareness your glove side elbow drops behind the plane of your body, you also lose a lot of blocking surface to the shooter. One, if a rebound hits you, it's going to bounce off to the side in an immediate scoring area. Two, you handcuff yourself because his elbow's in tight. It's very difficult to make the save. And finally, three, you end up making the save behind you, making visual attachment and rebound control nearly impossible. I like to use the bodyguard analogy. If you were protecting the middle of the net from an intruder, in this case the puck, would you do this? Come right in. Or would you do this? Stop.
This fact will further help you stay visually attached and control off-angle shots.
On-angle shots are those shot between the shoulders and the knees, contrasting with the push method that we use for off-angle shots. For on-angle shots, we're going to use a pull method. When the puck's shot on angle or directly at us, directly on the angle, we're going to pull the stick in with the heel going forward and the toe going back to make this puck deflect into the corner. Yep. On the blocker side, we're going to do the same thing, but in a slightly different fashion, bringing the heel back and toe forward, having the puck going into the blocker side corner. Yep. Yep. Make sure that there's no gap between the stick and the pad. We're not absorbing the puck and leaving it in the immediate scoring area. What we're doing is we're taking the energy of the puck and redirecting it to the corner. So we need to make sure there's no gap. So we bring it in tight, the puck will hit and go into the corner. Perfect. Let's see what happens if Tino tries to use a push save to control a puck that's shot on ice and on angle. You can see that when Tino went down and pushed towards the puck, he stopped both pucks. That's 100% save percentage. But what would happen if those pucks were played out in a game? Pucks were bouncing to the left, to the right, off his chest, maybe a few pucks would squeak through his arms. That's not consistent. A great goaltender will use a pull save in this situation to consistently control the puck out of immediate scoring area.
If you try to use a push save for on-angle shots that are on the ice, maybe half the time the pucks will end up in the corner. 25% of the pucks will go straight up, some landing behind you and others in the net, while the final 25% end up deflecting up into your body with some squeaking through. Maybe you stop 9 out of 10 shots. Not bad, 90%. But how about the other 4 or 5 that weren't controlled? What would happen when the rebounds were played out in a game situation? Even the 3 or 4 that you controlled weren't great because you essentially controlled them on accident, which doesn't cultivate much confidence.
Now, if the puck is shot on angle and off the ice, we're going to make a retention save to control the rebound. Bring your glove up and through.
All right. Good.
Make sure that your glove elbow is in front of the body or at the very least neutral to the plane of your body. If it's behind, we're going to handcuff ourselves and not be able to get that glove all the way through. Next, make sure that that blocker stays on the side. In the past, you may have learned to bring both hands in to retain a puck. This complicates the save. The puck has a good chance of hitting the blocker and bouncing off the side. or it can drop in between, leaving the 5-hole open. Make sure to get that glove in and retain that puck on your chest or stomach when the puck is shot on angle and off the ice.
Overall, the retention save is a great technique to master. If you can get into great position before the puck is shot, many pucks will hit you directly in the chest or stomach.
Let's summarize the difference between an on-angle and off-angle shot. An off-angle shot is a shot that's outside of our shoulders or outside of our knees. We use a push save to control these shots. Now, an on-angle shot is a shot that's between our shoulders or between our knees. We use a pull save to control these shots. Identifying the difference between these two shot locations will give you consistent control of the puck, which will bring you one step closer to great goaltending.
Now we'll take an even more detailed look into identifying the shot elevation. The principles we are working with are hand-eye coordination and rebound control.
My studies have shown that we experience the greatest hand-eye coordination when the object that we're trying to catch is closer to our eyes. Try it yourself. As a goalie, we want to maximize our hand-eye coordination by getting our eyes as close to the puck as possible. When the puck is shot high, up by Evan's eyes, he's going to stand up to make the save, effectively getting his eyes as close to the puck as possible to control the puck. But now, if the puck is shot low, Evan will go down to make the save, effectively getting his eyes closer to the puck than if he was standing up. By getting our eyes as close to the puck as possible, we maximize control in all of our saves.
We can still be a good goalie and stop 10 out of 10 shots by not using this concept. That's what good goalies do, stop the puck.
Ask yourself or another goalie, why did you stand up or go down to make that save? If they just shrug their shoulders and say, I stood there because it was coming right at me, that means they failed to identify one of the keys to greatness.
Standing up for these shots doesn't consistently control the puck. Using the butterfly on this low shot will achieve the goal of maximizing your hand-eye coordination and give you consistent control. Additionally, the concepts covered in the first video still hold true. We cover more area on low shots in the butterfly. The inverse is also true. What if a young goalie butterflies on every shot? He won't consistently control the high shots up by his eyes. Standing up on these high shots will give Evan more consistent results.
Our goal is to be great, not good, but great. We define greatness in goaltending as a goalie that achieves confidence through consistent control of the puck. This point holds true to the threshold effect. Having our eyes 1 foot from the puck is definitely better than having our eyes 4 feet from the puck. But after a certain point, our hand-eye coordination may not increase and it actually may deteriorate. This point is a threshold. A threshold is the beginning of a new state or experience. This concept has been used to analyze everything from basketball players to the survival of birds in the rainforest. What if we got our eyes 1 foot from the puck? Would there be any difference than if we had our eyes 2 feet from the puck? Probably not. But now, what if we tried to get our eyes 2 inches from the puck? Our performance and hand-eye coordination would actually be negatively impacted from this vicinity. How close do we have to get our eyes to the puck before this variable becomes irrelevant and actually starts working the other way?
The hand-eye coordination will vary depending on the type of save being executed.
Objectively identifying when to go down or to stand up allows the goalie to set and achieve a specific goal. Accomplishing that goal creates positive thoughts and positive feelings.
Repeating this process over and over again will result in the positive feeling of confidence. Even if a goalie stands up for a low shot and it goes in, he can still experience positive thoughts by knowing the exact reason it went in. Should have went down on that one to maximize my hand-eye coordination. So in the future, he'll make the save. The process is called reframing, turning a perceived negative experience into a positive.
The mental problem-solving technique of reframing is a part of the feedback aspect of the repetition phase of deliberate practice. Identifying the principle of maximizing our hand-eye coordination by getting our eyes as close to the puck as possible will significantly improve our control, consistency, and confidence. I have come up with a concept that allows us to practice this principle. I call it the red line trajectory. The red line trajectory is an imaginary line that's drawn from the puck to the goaltender's eyes. If the puck is shot below this red line, the goaltender is going to go down to make the save. Now, if the puck is shot above or at this red line, the goaltender is going to stand up to make the save. You can see that our goal is to maximize our hand-eye coordination by getting our eyes as close to the puck as possible. We can see this red line that travels from the puck to Tino's eyes continues well above the net. It doesn't make much sense for a goaltender of Tino's size with good depth to think stand up first in this situation. Butterflying to get his eyes effectively closer to the puck makes more sense. When Tino goes down, we can see that the red line from the puck to Tino's eyes still travels to that post. Tino's eyes are effectively close to the puck, so he can go down to make this save.
We don't save off-angle shots that are off the ice with our eyes. We save them with our hands. A key technique to make a habit, if you choose to practice the red line trajectory concept, is constant hands. Make sure to keep your glove and blocker constant while snapping down. A common problem goalies make is to drop their gloves slightly as they go down, then must make a second reaction up to the puck. Only drop your gloves when you're in a blocking situation. In reacting scenarios, keep your hands constant, then make one reaction towards the puck. Making this technique a habit will keep you from getting beat up top. You'll be robbing them before you know it.
Rigorous studies have shown that most of the shots taken on goal will be in the lower portion of the net. This fact, coupled with the goal that we have agreed on earlier, getting our eyes as close to the puck as possible to maximize our hand-eye coordination, makes me think that it's practical to have a stance that allows us to snap down quickly.
To further drive home this concept, let's ask the question, have you ever been beaten by a shot by not standing up quick enough? The answer is simply no. Have you ever been beaten by a shot because you haven't gone down quick enough? Definitely yes. Additionally, one of the most widely taught concepts is nothing under, nothing through. Tino snaps down to make sure no pucks go underneath him or through his arms. Let's have him stand up again. You want to make sure to drive your knees to the ice and attack the ice with your knees, making sure nothing goes underneath. You can see when Tino's using a blocking butterfly, he seals up the area between his chest and his arm, making sure nothing goes through. It takes time to go down and some type of micro decision based on your read of the shot to go down. If we are standing up as our first instinct on these shots, it will definitely take longer to snap down on the low shots. This time may result in a goal going underneath you or through you, not achieving our stated goal of nothing under and nothing through. In the past, goalies have been taught to stand up, stand up, stand up, because many that have been doing the teaching played in a time when the pads weren't designed to be effective in the butterfly. Goalies would get hurt and not be able to slide laterally once down due to the design of the pads. So these goalies became really good at making stand-up and kick saves. They had to adapt to their equipment and level of understanding. With this stand-up first mentality firmly embedded in the core belief system of most goalies, goalie coaches, head coaches, parents, and even hockey announcers, saying you are a butterfly goalie is frowned upon, big time. I'm not saying to call yourself a butterfly goalie, but I am going to make a case for changing the conventional wisdom regarding mental shot preparation and save execution. Since the equipment has changed and we have identified the principle of maximizing our hand-eye coordination by getting our eyes as close to the puck as possible, let's adapt our mindset and behavior to line up with our new values. Instead of thinking, stand up, I'm proposing that we get our mind and body ready to butterfly when we are in stage 1 of focus. Let's challenge the conventional wisdom based on these reasons. Let's fully prepare both mentally and physically to butterfly when the puck is in the first stage of focus. And then, if the puck is released high, an alarm should go off in our minds. The puck has crossed the red line. Stand up, stand up. Since we are already standing up, the extremely short amount of time it takes our mind to process this red line trajectory will not negatively affect our ability to make a controlled save. Remember, goalies stood up in the past because it was the best way to make the save given the resources they had at the time. We have identified that the equipment has changed and the new design results for more control, mobility, and protection in the butterfly. We have identified that the principle of puck control is directly related to hand-eye coordination. Hand-eye coordination is increased the closer we get our eyes to the puck. On average, more shots are fired low than high. It takes time to go down and doesn't take any time to stand up. With these statements firmly understood, it is my opinion that the red line trajectory concept is a practical application of the principle of maximizing your hand-eye coordination by getting your eyes as close to the puck as possible, as well as the principle of nothing underneath and nothing through. Smaller and younger goalies will need to have a lower red line than bigger goaltenders, resulting in standing up more often than a bigger goalie given the same shot elevation. Tall goalies that have solid depth may be able to go down on almost every shot since their eyes are nearly at the crossbar when they go down. Remember, don't go down too early. Be patient on your feet until the shooter releases the puck. Remember, our goal is greatness, achieved through accomplishing consistent control resulting in confidence. Identifying and fully understanding how the red line trajectory concept can be applied to your game will bring you one step closer to great goaltending.
In my opinion, a breakaway in hockey is one of the most exciting plays in sports.
The fast and dynamic pace, coupled with the true one-on-one, man versus man nature of the breakaway, are awesome.
I'm excited to show you the pro hybrid approach to stopping breakaways. The first step to successfully stopping a breakaway is to gain the appropriate amount of depth. Remember, depth is distance from the goal line. The two-step is a great way to control your depth and make sure you achieve consistent depth on a breakaway attack.
We say great because it meets our three characteristics: control, consistency, and confidence. The two strides will give you a consistent and controlled amount of depth to defend against a breakaway. Driving out and stopping big to the shooter will give you confidence to take on even the best players.
Take 2 steps out. Make sure you get 1 stick distance from the top of the crease. It's okay to be patient and not move back right away. Once you see the man attack, take 1 C-cut back on the foot that you stopped on and control your fade back to the middle of the net. As the player comes down the slot, make sure to keep good depth and not to be too far back in the net. Joe has a good amount of depth right now. The shooter doesn't have much net to see, but if Joe lost too much depth early, you can clearly see that the shooter has a lot more available options and will be likely to fire a shot in this position. Let's have Joe come back where he was. If the shooter decides to fire in this situation, he has 3 favorite spots. Number 1, high glove. Number 2, 5-hole. And number 3, low blocker. To effectively cover these 3 spots, make sure to keep that glove arm nice and long and loose, covering that aerial angle. Fingers up, heel down. Keep that glove elbow low to cover that spot right next to the body. To effectively cover a 5-hole shot, drive your knees to the ice. Cover that 5-hole up. Now if he gets back up, puck is shot low blocker, which is a really tough one to defend. Extend that blocker outside your post coverage with a strong blocker extension.
Keeping solid depth will force the player to deke. By making the player deke, you will further his chances of making a mistake and losing the puck.
How often have you had a shooter come right in and not fake you at all, just go right around you? At the highest levels, not very often. You can see that doesn't work very well. Goaltender like Joe is going to read the play, slide right over, and make an easy blocking butterfly save. The absolute key to defending against a breakaway is distinguishing the difference between a lateral move and a net attack. You can see that Joe lost the middle of the net coverage. When I'm in a lateral move position, my toe is pointing directly at Joe. I can't attack if my toe is pointing right at him. Now, if I make an attack move, this is a lateral move, and now my blade's going to open up and face Joe for the attack move. Let's take a look at a detailed desperation technique to defend against a great move on a breakaway. We call it the all-in. You can see Tino is definitely not in his butterfly here, but there is detail to this move. He has his pad extended all the way back to the post so when this player makes a move around him, he's going to cover the ice low. Next, he has his glove up and covering that aerial angle. So if the player tries to go top cheese, he gets it with his glove. It's okay not to be in your butterfly here. This is a desperation play. We need to push those chips all in to come up with a big save. Finally, if a player decides to cut back after he attacks the net, use your poke check to keep him from getting to the other side of the net. You can see that my stick is pointing at Joe right now. I'm going to be doing a lateral move. It's still pointing at Joel. I'm coming back to the middle laterally. Now my stick opens up and I attack. But I'm going to bring it right across his kitchen. He's going to poke check. Boom, to knock the puck off my stick. Remember, as I cut across, we don't need to focus just on the puck. It's a very small target coming across with a lot of speed. What we want to do is we want to focus on the entire stick blade. You can imagine your target not being this little puck that's moving quickly, but rather the entire area that surrounds the bottom of the shaft and the blade of the stick. If a goaltender gets any piece of this equipment, the cutback attempt will definitely be disrupted.
If you get any piece of the blade or the puck, your stick will effectively disrupt the player's cutback. Adding the poke check option to your breakaway stopping techniques will complete your approach. A player should never have the liberty to cut back through your kitchen. This area is your space. Make them pay to come through.
Stopping breakaways is all about gap management. The first gap we need to manage is our initial depth. Take a two-step out. You can see that Evan is effectively one stick distance outside the crease. The next gap we need to manage is the distance between the player and the goal. When the player's out by the blue line, that gap isn't very relevant. We're worrying about our initial depth. But now as the player enters the slot, the gap between the puck and Evan is very important. An effective gap when the player is in the low slot is about one stick distance. Depending on how fast that player's coming, you may need to get more or less gap.
Gauge his speed to time your fade so you will be no more than one stick distance away from the puck when he is below the hash marks.
The final gap we need to manage once the player has attacked the net is the gap between the puck and our equipment. Once this player attacks the net, let's eliminate this gap. If Evan makes a save and his gear is back, Mike effectively has the top part of the net. But now, if Evan eliminates this gap, which we call the aerial angle, by moving his gear towards the puck, once that puck is released, he's going to eliminate that gap. Let's see if Evan can eliminate this gap.
In Volume 1, we covered an intro to net play, the net play stance, hybrids, and paddle down wraps were discussed. Now in Volume 3, I will show you net play techniques in even further detail.
First, let's address the net play stance. It's extremely important because it provides the base for all save execution and movements when the puck is below the goal line. Before we address the net play stance, let's look at the regular stance. When Tino's in his regular stance, he's going to distribute his weight 50-50 on his left foot and his right foot. Now when we move back to the blocker side post, he's going to take 10% of his weight shifted from the glove side foot onto the blocker side foot. This shift is going to cause a straight line between his blocker side shoulder and his blocker side foot. The shift will also create a seal on the blocker side post with his hip.
This weight shift will ensure a strong load to gain depth on a quick pass out. If a goalie is flat-footed on the post, he can be surprised by a pass out and get caught off guard.
A few more tips when Tino's in his net play stance. Will he ever have to move to his right when he's in his blocker side net play stance? The answer is no, so we're going to have that load on his blocker side foot. Additionally, let's have the blocker side foot pointing at the hash angle, and both feet should form a straight line pointing at the dot angle.
Even though his weight is shifted to the post, we want to make sure to keep the inside foot set on the ice.
On the blocker side post, we use a simple heel-to-toe stick placement. We want to make sure the stick has a slight angle, so if a pass comes out from the corner, we can actively intercept it, sending the puck out and out of the immediate scoring area. On the glove side post, we have 3 distinct stick positions. Joe's currently in his backhand stick position. We learned this stick position in Volume 1. When the puck's down here in Zone 3 and the pass is coming straight out, the backhand net play stance is a great stick placement. Let's take a look at how his stick is right on the goal line. If a puck comes out, he'll be able to actively intercept the puck while keeping it behind the goal line when the puck is in Zone 3. A common mistake we'll see a goalie make is to use a backhand stick placement when the puck's located in the corner of the ice. I think we know what's going to happen. The puck is passed out. Joe goes to intercept it. The puck hits the heel third of his stick and goes right between his legs. If Joe identifies that the puck shifts to the corner, he's going to adapt his stick placement to a forehand stick placement. Joe is going to simply turn his stick from his backhand into his forehand, making sure that the curve of his stick lines up with the toe of his pad. Now if that pass comes out, he'll be able to actively intercept the puck by making a straight line through the path of the puck right at the dot angle. When using the forehand stick position, make sure that your hips stay nice and low so you can extend your reach. Notice if his hips are too high, his stick blade is going to come right off the ice when he reaches out. Let's have Joe drop his hips a little more so his stick stays on the ice and he can reach out all the way to the edge of the crease. The forehand stick placement is a great solution to that common problem. We say it's great because we consistently control that puck, completely eliminating the chance of scoring on ourselves. Now, if the goalie notices that the potential goal scorer shifts and he can no longer intercept that pass, Joe's going to switch from a backhand to a square stick placement. Because Joe can't intercept that pass, we want to make sure that we're covering our 5-hole for a potential one-timer. Let's take a look. Make sure to identify all the available threats and understand the corresponding stick placements. If the puck's down in Zone 3 and passing option 1 is used, let's use the square stick position. Now, if passing option 2 is used, Tino will rotate into a backhand stick position and actively intercept the pass out. Let's take a look if the passer goes into the corner. Option 1, still going to be a square stick placement. Now, if option 2 drops down, so that the line from the puck to option 2 stick can be intercepted by a forehand post check. Tino will rotate from the square stick placement to the forehand stick placement to actively intercept this pass out. Make sure to follow that pass out in case the D is waiting for a shot. When we're in our net play stance, we shift our weight 60% on the post side foot, while only leaving 40% on the travel side foot, because we're never going to have to move this direction when we're in our net play stance. We'll only have to move out. Now when we move into our hybrid, we're going to take an extra 10% of weight from the travel side foot over to the post side foot. Great, let's see 2 reasons why we do this. Number 1, we're going to shift that weight to keep post integration with the post side shoulder. See how Tino's shoulder is directly in front of the post. If he didn't shift his weight, or his weight shifted to the inside, he'd fall away from the post when he goes down. And you can see there's a gap there. We don't want that to happen. Let's get back up in a net play stance. And secondly, when he goes down and shifts his weight, go ahead, he's going to have a stronger load on this post side foot, allowing for a great drive out for any rebound situations. This detailed weight distribution will get you 1 step closer to being a great goaltender.
Let's take a look at the edge of the post side skate. You can see that Tino is still on the inside edge, allowing him to drive out for a rebound save. The first 2 DVDs establish the hybrid as one of the 3 setups in the Pro Hybrid goaltending system. The 3 setups make up the foundation to our system. It is critical that you can execute the hybrid effectively. The balance, body awareness, and edge control it takes to execute a hybrid is key for the ability to make other saves and movements.
In Volume 1, we learned that when the puck is a stick distance away from the net, an effective save execution is a blocking hybrid because it effectively covers the puck to the top of the net. Remember, that line's called the aerial angle.
Notice the difference in what the puck sees when comparing Tino and Evan's hybrids. Young goalies must be aware of this difference. Have a coach check out your aerial angle coverage to see when you should be using the hybrid.
In Volume 3, we're going to learn how to effectively protect against the same side jam and attempt by using the paddle down hybrid. Let's take a look at the technique. Joe's going to start off in his backhand stick placement. The key is to drive your blocker down using your blocker side shoulder. We're going to bring this blocker side shoulder slightly forward, and we're going to hammer the ice with the blocker. Notice that he creates a straight line between the paddle and the bridge of his pad. This gap is going to give you extra support against a jam and attempt. Another key is that the blocker is forward, creating the rebound to go down into zone 3. If the blocker is back, the rebound will deflect into an immediate scoring area. Again, good goalies stop the puck. Great goalies control the puck through objective details. These details will give you control, consistency, and confidence in your net play game.
If a guy walks out after you're in a paddle down hybrid, keep your paddle down and execute quick push-offs slightly out and across the crease. When the player goes to shoot, push the blocker forward to further increase your aerial angle coverage. Looks familiar to those who watched the 2009 Stanley Cup playoffs. You can also sweep the paddle across to knock the puck off the player's stick. This sweep will send the puck up the slot, so a desperation save may be required to keep the puck out of the net. Do whatever it takes.
To protect against the same side jam and attempt, we're going to use a blade-in hybrid. Notice how the blade-in covers the 5-hole very effectively. When the puck is a stick distance from the goal line, we can use the regular hybrid. Notice how the blade is out, and there's a gap between the blade and the 5-hole. This stick position works great when the puck's a stick distance out. But now when the puck gets jammed in, we want to eliminate this gap
and bring the plate in for a great save and a controlled rebound. If we're lucky, the opposing player may be met with a little surprise from your efforts. Remember, we want to use the blade-in hybrid to protect against the same side jam-in. If we use the paddle-down hybrid on the blocker side, it's going to be very difficult to create a seal on the ice. It's an awkward position for Tino to be in. You could make the save, but it's not going to be great. Number one, it won't be controlled. It's not going to be consistent. And finally, in this position, you're not going to have very much confidence. Remember, on the blocker post, we use the blade-in hybrid. Will the blade-in hybrid work to stop a same-side jam-in attempt on the glove side post? Sure, you're going to make the save. Good goalies stop the puck. The puck will hit and possibly end up in this area. Notice that there's a huge gap between Joe's body. Remember, one of the principles we have in goaltending is nothing under, nothing through. The puck that's sent through this gap will definitely violate that principle. Clearly, the blade-in hybrid can work on the glove post, but the paddle-down hybrid will be more effective overall because of its more complete and reinforced coverage down low, plus the immediate ability to make the second or third save. As we learned in Volume 1, we'll execute a paddle-down wrap to protect against an opposite side jam-in attempt. First, lead the play. Next, execute the paddle-down wrap. But notice, Tino has a more detailed stick position than in Volume 1. The reason for this stick position is this. When a puck comes in, the old stick position would send a puck right up the slot. That's a good save, but it's not controlled. It's not going to add much consistency, and certainly you're not going to be confident giving up rebounds right up the slot. If the blocker stays in, the resulting rebound will be nearly impossible to save. Nearly. As you will learn, the easiest way to make a big save is not to have to make it at all. Let's add a new detailed stick position. We're going to push the blocker out, causing a straight line right up the shaft out to this angle. When the puck hits it, it's going to stay outside of immediate scoring area. If the rebound comes off into this area, we're going to have the glove right up over the top of the paddle so we can swoop down and cover the rebound. Push the blocker out to take away and control the ice near your net. Additionally, if the player attempts to drive out to the opposite side post, this detailed paddle placement will take him out. Grab the shooter's stick on your way to the puck, take control. This control and consistency will add confidence to your game. In Volume 1, we talked about the paddle-down wrap coming over to the glove side. Let's take a look at the new details to this paddle-down wrap. Joe's going to lead the play. Now when the guy comes to the other side, he's going to execute a paddle-down wrap to the glove side post. Let's take a look at some of the details of the paddle-down wrap. We want to use the same concept, getting this paddle out and effectively taking away the space on the ice. Number 2, we want to make sure that the glove breaks the plane of the paddle. So if I drew a straight line up from the paddle, the glove is going to break that plane. Next, this new glove position is going to create coverage low with the elbow and high with the glove. If the rebound comes out into this immediate scoring area, this glove position will cover the aerial angle. Notice how this puck will go up and into Joe's glove. Recently, I've seen the same play develop in pro, college, and junior hockey. A forward will start low down in the corner with the puck. The second forward will be trailing the play on the dot, and a D is going to be covering the middle of the net. The forward will walk from the corner to behind the net. The goalie will stay visually attached. Now, the second forward will be coming in off the dot, calling for the puck. Player 1 is going to sauce the puck over the net.
Player 2 is going to catch the puck in the immediate scoring area. How would you defend against this play? What I've seen is a goaltender tries to shuffle over into the hybrid, causing post interference between the skate and the post. A big hole between the knee and the post, a big hole between the shoulder and the post. A puck can easily deflect off the post, off the shoulder and into the net, or off the shoulder and into the net. Let's see how Tino defends against this high percentage scoring chance. Tino will use a narrow butterfly slide. He effectively covers the hole that he had before in his hybrid. Now he has post integration, completely covering the hole.
Next time a guy brings the puck behind the net, identify this situation as a possibility and look to utilize your narrow butterfly to consistently stop this difficult scoring threat. Overall, executing the detailed net play techniques demonstrated in this chapter will give you an extra level of control when the puck is in tight. The smallest details matter the most when the puck is in close.
As in the first two DVDs, we'll cover detailed puck handling concepts in Volume 3. Remember, one of the principles identified earlier was handle the puck effectively to counter your opponent's forecheck.
An important piece of information to identify is the amount of speed your opponents have in their rush. If they don't have much speed, a dump and change or dump and controlled single-man forecheck is likely. If the opposition has speed but doesn't have numbers, more attackers than defenders, a dump and hard forecheck is likely.
Remember, the difference between a good goaltender and a great goaltender are these three keys: control, consistency, and confidence. These three characteristics also play into our puck handling game. Let's take a look at how we can control the situation on a conservative 1-2-2 forecheck. So a 1-2-2 forecheck will look like this. The puck will get dumped in. So we'll have the puck getting rimmed in. F1 is going to be conservative. He's going to come in and probably sit in this high slot and read the situation. Two more forecheckers are going to stay high, and the defensemen are going to follow up the play. So in this situation, you get back and stop the puck. Set it for your D, let that D wheel with it, and now this D can get some speed and attack that forecheck effectively. What happens if we decide to pass the puck up to a wing against a conservative forecheck like this? Let's take a look. Now, with this one forechecker coming in and another guy staying high, we decide to pass the puck up into this situation. But look, there's two players on their team ready to pounce on that winger. So against a conservative forecheck, we want to set the puck up for your D and let him wheel out of the zone. Now let's take a look at how we'll identify a different type of forecheck and change what we do with the puck. This forecheck is going to be an aggressive two-man hard on the puck forecheck. So puck gets dumped in, same as before, goaltender's on the puck. But now, instead of sending just one man being conservative and having two guys sit back, the other team is going to send two guys hard on the puck. So these guys are flying in on the puck. Two guys coming right in hard on the puck. Maybe the other team is down or they're desperate, they need to get a goal, so they're going to send two guys hard on the puck. The third guy is going to sit up high in the middle, and we'll have the D back following the play up. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to effectively beat two of these forecheckers with one pass. Since we have both guys coming hard on the puck, our winger can fan out, or a defenseman can fan out
yelling, yeah, 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 yeah. Goalie can choose to hit that D, or the goalie can choose to hit this winger. Look what happens. We have two forecheckers stuck behind the play. Now we slash through the zone, and these two guys get stuck behind the play. That's a great way to help your team out and develop odd man rushes in the other direction. Finally, a dump and change is likely to result from a soft area dump by a single attacker without numbers or speed. Identify the situation, sprint out, and one-time the puck right up. This is a common situation. You hear the defenseman, he's communicating with the goaltender. It's probably something they've practiced and agreed upon. He's saying, leave it, leave it, leave it. What does leave it mean? Does it mean stop it and leave it? Or does it mean leave it alone and let me get it, get the heck out of the way? This common miscommunication between the D and the goaltender can cause some problems. Let's use a more accurate set of terms. We're going to use the term mine, 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 or set, set, set. If the defenseman wants a goaltender to set the puck and then go back in the net, he's going to be yelling set, set, set. Set, set, set. Now if the defenseman wants the goaltender to leave the puck alone in the corner, he's going to be yelling mine, 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 which is different than set, set, set. Additionally, if the defenseman wants a goaltender to pass it to him, he's going to be yelling, yeah, 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 yeah. Pro hybrid training recognizes the importance of communication between a goaltender and his defenseman. We use a specific 3-call system. Remember, the 3 calls are mine, 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 if the defenseman wants to pick that puck up and the goalie doesn't touch it. The second call is set, set, set. That's if the defenseman wants the goaltender to stop the puck behind the net and leave it for him. Finally, the third call is yeah, yeah, yeah. That's if the defenseman wants to pass from the goaltender. Just like all the other skills in the pro hybrid goaltending system, the skill of communication between a defenseman and a goaltender must be practiced in order to get into the habit phase during a game. One of our new drills is the 3-puck 4-square drill. Just like in Volume 1 and Volume 2, we're going to use the face-off area to work on our auxiliary drills, so when you have a teammate that's in the net, you can work on the side. We use 3 pucks, as you can see, 1, 2, and 3 on this side with 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The goal is to move any puck into this open space. So Tino could take this puck, that puck, or the puck behind him and move it into this space. Let's take a look. Once that open space is created, you can take any puck other than the one you just moved and put it into the open space. Let's watch Chino go through 4 reps on his forehand. Go. Nice. As you can see, the purpose of this drill is to work on your puck setting ability. Tino just did 4 reps long-handed. Now we'll see him do it short-handed. Let's see 4 more reps. Go.
Use your edges to dig into the ice, maneuvering back and forth and front and back around the face-off area. Our record is 12 seconds for 10 pucks long-handed and 13 seconds for 10 pucks short-handed. See if you can beat that and put it on YouTube. As goaltenders, it's important to be able to raise the puck and rim it right out of the zone in specific situations. Let's take a look at the details. When it comes to the puck, we have two variables that we can control. Number one, having that puck off my right foot, having that puck in front of my right foot, and two, releasing the puck near the middle of the stick. We want to release that puck near the middle of the blade. Let's take a look. I have that puck off my right foot. I'm going to release the puck right in the middle of my blade, get my hips low, and come right up underneath the puck and rim it out of the zone. Here are the steps to an effective backhand pass. Number one, I'm going to keep my hips low to get leverage on the puck. Two, I'm going to start the puck on the heel third of my stick and release it by the middle of my stick. And finally, I'm going to follow through with the toe of my stick pointing at the target. Go! Now, in order to raise the puck, I'm going to get the puck further up in my stance. We can see that this puck is in front of my left foot. I'm going to apply pressure down and then up and through the puck to get the puck up onto the glass. In this situation, there's a soft dump that Tino will have to sprint out and shoot back down the ice. Here are the keys. We're going to watch Tino sprint out. Use good edge control, get out as quickly as you can. Drive those arms out. When you get to the puck, let's see Tino come over the top and hammer this puck with the heel third of his stick, following through with the toe of his stick at his target. Go! Go! Going towards the dump in on the glove side will be considerably easier than on the blocker side. On the glove side, just sprint up to the puck and hammer it right back up the ice. On the blocker side, you'll have to circle the wagon behind the puck, then come up right behind it so you can achieve solid leverage. Go! Some goalies will go down on one knee to get even more leverage on the puck. You must have great balance and edge control to pull this advanced move off. Feel free to use an indirect pass on either side to hit your player up the ice. When there is a soft area dump and the other team is not paying attention or making a line change, hustle out and one-time the puck down the ice. Identifying the other team's forecheck is one of the keys to great puck handling at the highest levels. It is also important to have a solid communication system established with your defenseman. Your puck handling objective should be to make your teammates better. Effectively reading the play, coupled with clear, two-way communication with your defenseman, will make everyone better. The techniques we teach are my progressive interpretation of the principles of goaltending. It's not for everyone. In my opinion, it's for the goalies, coaches, and parents that want a clear, objective blueprint to an efficient and effective way to attend the goal.
It is for goalies that want to pay the price, both mentally and physically. It's also for those goalies that aim to be intelligent athletes, who love the position and to plan to work their tails off on the ice, in the weight room, as well as the classroom to be great. Not to be good, but to be great. Greatness is in the details, the simple, objective details. Control, consistency, and confidence make the difference between a good goalie and a great goalie. The Pro Hybrid goaltending system provides an organized, progressive approach to identifying clear and objective goals. Accomplishing the first goal makes the next one easier as you build positive momentum. When you reach a goal, you experience success. Success causes positive thoughts. Positive thoughts produce positive feelings, finally resulting in positive actions. This feeling that results from the process repeating over and over again is called confidence. My Pro Hybrid goaltending system simplifies these objectives and produces confidence.